1. Hey guys, what's going on? This is Silverback Senpai, and this is episode 11 of the South Florida Gamers Podcast. I am joined here today with my co-host, Waluigi.
Good morning, everybody. How's it going? Can't wait for episode 11, especially for our latest guest.
And our guest is none other than Steven, a.k.a. S15 Costume. What is going on, my dude?
I'm doing great. How are you guys doing today, chat? How you guys doing?
Doing
fellow
pretty good.
gamers.
Doing pretty good, my dude.
Doing good.
I'm running on no sleep.
Same.
This episode of the podcast is going to be available on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube, which is currently being streamed right now. And for audio-only listeners... And for audio-only listeners, you can listen back on the podcast on SoundCloud, iTunes, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and Anchor as well. All right, episode 11.
This is starting out pretty great.
Yeah,
It is.
yeah.
I'm Eddie. If you're gonna be watching this post or watching it live, I do apologize for the crazy. Love you though. Your arcade's amazing.
Amen to that.
It's worth the 2 hour. It's worth the hour train ride at 5 in the morning to get up here for the podcast.
Yeah, man. All right. So, reflecting back on episode 10, where it was just myself and Waluigi, and we're just doing a recap of, everything that has come when it came to starting the podcast, like the idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we just, when I had this idea back in February, I was like, I want to do a gaming podcast, but I don't know how to go about it, And I said, with this growing community that we have here in South Florida, I said, you know what? Let me focus it on the people here in South Florida.
Yeah.
And be able to sit down and have a conversation with like-minded gamers and just, bring them on. We have a discussion. We talk about video games.
Nostalgia
whatnot,
trips and all that.
And lo and behold, look where we're at now, episode 11, and we have our guest, S15 Costume,
Yeah.
who we're going to talk about a lot in today's episode. So,
For better or for worse.
Yeah, for better or for worse. So
Before that, let me just go in the chat, my own chat, and host the stream.
I really appreciate it.
If you guys are watching, please support these guys. They're pretty good.
Yay.
Pretty great todas, as Josuke once said.
Oi, just...
Boy, Josuke.
Too early for this.
What's your Twitch?
Waluigi.
Twitch again.
It's Waluigi.
With the Twitch for the stream right
So
Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking about my Twitch.
I'm too lazy. Can you type that for me? Listen, we're off to a great start. I'm sorry. I'm kind of derailing it. I'm trying to have fun with you.
You are fine.
You're going to have to forgive me. I'm running on no sleep. Well, like 1 or 2 hours of
Let's
sleep.
see. What I can say is I remember when we met at Paradise City 2018 with my buddy Mana Doom.
Yeah.
Oh, crap. I gave you the wrong one.
Oof. Who we hosting?
Gerald.
Another person named Silverback Senpai. It's the Silverback Senpai. Because, I don't know, some clown took my name.
Oof. But you got to be the
Yes.
Silverback.
I mean, I can just straight up say...
So wait,
I
but you
took-
put the correct one though, right?
I mean, I have to put the in front of Silverback Senpai.
Okay, I'll do that very quick.
All right. But, dude.
I'm so sorry.
See, I straight up said I took the name Waluigi, and I held it well.
How do you do?
Okay, to make sure it's the. Okay, I should be hosting
A
it
tear
now.
went down
Yep,
my eye
I
just
got it.
realizing
Hey,
how many times it took me to take the name Waluigi and just roll with it.
fair enough. Have you cosplayed Waluigi?
Yes.
Bruh.
Premiere Smash.
Bruh.
When I told you, when you showed up as Wario, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to show up as Waluigi to this game stuff.
Oh, you're right. Wait,
And-
you talking about the one in Air Park?
No, the one where I'm in West Palm Beach.
Oh, right.
I'm like, I got inspired, and I just instantly dressed up as Waluigi, bought some overalls the next day,
I mean, it works.
and I started doing TikTok dances in there.
It works.
Exactly.
And that was the last time I cosplayed Waluigi.
F. We need an F.
For the Premiere Smash.
I mean, don't worry. He'll have his game eventually.
Eventually.
I want Waluigi soccer
Listen,
stick.
Listen, I don't know what's more likely: me getting a girlfriend before I turn 30, or Waluigi getting in Smash.
That's tough. I wasn't ready for this.
Listen, you're in for a wild ride with me.
I need more.
Oh, yeah. All right, so, Steven, let's talk about your origins as a gamer. Like, what got you into gaming?
Okay, so for me, playing games, I mean, my parents were like, I started with a Game Boy Color.
Hey,
Well, handheld wise, it was, I remember, because it was my dad bought it for me at that one Best Buy in Bird, next to Santa's. You don't know Miami.
No, I'm
No.
not from. I'm not from.
Oh,
here.
fair enough. I'm from North Cuba. I get it. You guys.
I'm from New York.
Okay, so I remember fondly. It was the teal Game Boy, the green one.
Oh,
teal's green,
okay.
right?
Yeah.
And it was Pokemon Pinball.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yo,
No,
remember?
that's a good game.
That shit was fun. And then my first console was the N64, and it was Wave Race.
Ah, classic
Ooh,
game.
that is a good game.
Yeah. So that was really my first part of being a gaming, for one of my first games. But mainly gaming was because there's also the main reason why I got into cosplaying, because I actually do have Asperger's, high functioning autism. The doctors couldn't decide. They kept arguing over it. They didn't stop it from prescribing so much medication. That's beside the point. So I wasn't very social. So I always played video games. Especially with my brother, we used to play play Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire, or play the multiplayer mode.
Oh,
like
my favorites.
Yeah, Emerald though. Or play Wind Waker, where he would play Link, and I would use the Tingle Tuner, where when you connect your GameCube to the Game Boy
Oh,
Advance.
I remember.
Oh yeah, I remember that as well. Yeah.
Yeah, which we'll touch on Tingle later. But yeah, pretty much gaming was kind of like a way for me to cope, and it's also the main reason why I got into cosplaying, because I needed to find people to connect with.
Right.
Because it was back in the good old days where you got bullied for being a nerd.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
The great old days. But yeah, so pretty much it's the same reason I got into cosplaying. I found like-minded people, and I was able to open up. I wouldn't be doing the things I'm doing here
Right.
if it wasn't for that, for both gaming and cosplaying, especially cosplaying.
That's what's up.
That's what's up, man.
So yeah. And funny enough, gaming also has to do with my cosplay name. So my cosplay name, S15.
Right.
That's actually it was my service tag in Halo 3.
Oh.
Which the S stood for my name, Steven. And 15 was 15 as in the age I got my 360.
Hey.
So yeah, so I kind of stuck. Also, it was easy to carve on the props.
That's
But
true.
yeah.
What an origin story.
That is.
It's a crazy origin story. Well, at least for the gamer part, the cosplay one is even more crazier. But yeah.
I felt this.
Yeah. I mean, we can get into that.
If you want.
Yeah.
Let's explore your cosplay origins.
Bruh. Okay, so probably before, a lot of you guys may know me for Fallout or Wadio, those type of cosplays, but my first cosplay was doing Halo armor.
That's dope.
That I did a Halo 3 multiplayer Spartan. There was this if memory serves me correct, I saw this video from Indie Mogul. They did a whole Halo armor tutorial, and this was before foam armor got popular. This was with Pepakura, which is papercraft armor. If you guys aren't aware, it's basically you're getting 2D, you're printing out 2D patterns, and you're folding it and using hot glue to put it all together to make it into a 3D shape.
Cosplay origami in a nutshell.
Pretty much, yeah. And then you're using fiberglass resin, and I was using either fiberglass cloth, or you can use resin to slush it on the inside to harden it.
Oh.
So it's a lot of chemicals.
Yeah.
So funny story about that. So the reason I made that costume was that was technically my high school project for my senior year.
Nice.
So it was kind of fun to bring fiberglass resin to school and just make the school reek of fiberglass.
And nobody didn't say anything to you about that, or
They just said yeah, it's just him.
Oh man.
Makes sense.
I went to the thing is, it was a unique case because I went to a school that was ESC. It was a mix of ESC and students that were they messed up, they go to jail.
Right.
It oddly worked.
Interesting.
Yeah. It was kind of weird. You would think that would clash in some way. I mean, it did at times, but we all more or less got along. So it kind of worked out, and they worked with us in each unique ways.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I know that feeling of ESC. I was in it as well.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Very interesting. So here's the question I want to ask. What are your favorite consoles of all time?
Ooh.
Favorite consoles.
This is where
We always ask all of our guests this
Fair enough.
favorite consoles, your favorite games, favorite genre of games. So we're gonna go ahead and touch up on your favorite
It's
console.
very touchy because I kind of grew up mainly as a Nintendo kid up until the 360, and I started doing Microsoft stuff. And then actually, this not even this year, a couple months, like not even a month ago. I just bought my first Sony console.
Wow.
I just bought a PS4.
Holy smokes!
Man, you have missed out on.
Well, my brother had bought a PS2.
Okay.
So
okay.
but I barely played that.
Oh, come
Look,
on.
the only game I really played on there was like Bully and Tony Hawk's American Wasteland.
Oh, never mind. Never mind.
Oh my God, you still missed out on so many other
Yeah,
games.
I know. That's
And
why,
this is what we-
that's why I'm trying to play catch up. Which actually, let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Well, you too, because you guys clearly know more about Sony consoles than I do.
I would be that guy.
Yeah,
Okay.
he would.
What games do you recommend I buy or look into for a Sony console? Because I bought the all-in-one Kingdom Hearts thing, which I'm not looking. I just started 1.5. I'm not looking forward to that deep dive. I bought Fist of the North Star because I do love Hoto no Ken. I love Fist of the North Star. So. Nuni.
Never gets old saying it.
Yeah. And then I also bought FF7 Remake.
Okay.
Okay.
And then when they had like and JoJo's Eyes of Heaven.
You lucky son of a gun.
Dude, it was $8 for the
Yeah.
deluxe edition.
I want to get a PS4, but I'm just waiting for that PS5. At this
I
point.
was thinking about it, but it's like I need stuff for stream. And
That's
I don't.
true.
But yeah, go on with your question. Sorry.
Okay. Games that I recommend on a PlayStation. Which one? 1, 2, 3, or 4?
4,
All right, 4.
because that's all I have. And I don't even know where my PS2 is at the moment.
Okay. First game I'm gonna recommend. You already know where I'm gonna go with this.
Yes.
Dark Souls 3.
Yes.
I'm recommending that.
I was thinking about Dark Souls and do like some type of punishment stream with that.
Oh, please.
Hot sauce
do.
again.
No, I think I'd die if I did hot sauce.
I saw that at Hero. I still can't stop laughing about it.
Dude, it was for a good cause though.
I would do it.
We'll
With you.
touch more on that later though. But
I recommend Horizon Zero Dawn.
Isn't it
Beautiful game.
Isn't it basically like Breath of the Wild, but for the?
Yeah, with like mech animals.
Ooh. Yeah, they did it in Breath of the Wild. With the Guardians.
Well, I haven't played on Breath of the Wild, so.
Bruh.
I've seen gameplay. I have a Switch, but I have not played Breath of the Wild.
How do like I can understand him. You?
You see, I'm focused on Microsoft.
I mean, fair, same here.
Plus, I got heavily distracted.
Fair enough.
But yeah, I highly recommend Horizon Zero Dawn. I recommend Marvel's Spider-Man.
Ooh yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Great game.
That's definitely in the plans I wanted to pick up next.
Let's see. Ghost of Tsushima. I've already beaten it, played
Dude,
it.
that shit looks beautiful.
Very beautiful.
it does.
Recommend it. I also recommend the Uncharted collection 1, 2, and 3, and get Uncharted 4 and Lost Legacy. So that way you have the whole complete Uncharted series.
Uncharted definitely looks very interesting. Especially, I like the. It's like, isn't Nathan Drake just Lara Croft pretty much?
Yeah, in some kind of way, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely recommend that.
Oh, I also picked up Final Fantasy 4. Well, the trial for Final Fantasy 14.
Ooh.
Okay, nice.
So was that.
And what else? What
I say the
else?
Crash Bandicoot trilogy.
True. Especially with the new one, the new sequel coming out.
Yes.
Lou Carry On in the chat says Resident Evil 2.
Ooh.
Hey,
With the
Lou.
remake, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay,
That's fair.
It's not like, hey mom, can I get Resident Evil 2? Well, we have Resident Evil 2 at home.
Was that a dad joke? I just got.
What else? What else can I
So
recommend?
my mom just texted me and said the stream keeps freezing.
Really?
I don't know if it's on her end. Let me make sure she's connected to the router. It's like, boomers.
Yeah, because
I wasn't ready
the
for.
stream quality is good on.
So it's just her phone. She's doing it from her phone, that's why.
Okay. Yeah, and I have 0 drop frames.
Okay. To the Wi-Fi. I almost put waifu by accident instead of Wi-Fi.
I already got judged by my wife.
What other PlayStation game I can recommend him?
God of War?
Yes.
Yes.
No ifs, ands, or buts.
Yes.
I played God of War like the old school ones, but I haven't seen a new gameplay for that.
Play 3.
Okay.
Or if you can get the collection with 1, 2, and then 3, and possibly Chains of Olympus on the PlayStation. I'm pretty sure they have like in the PlayStation Store or whatnot. 3, you're gonna love, and then God of War, the 2018 one, where Kratos is old and he has a son. That one as well. You're gonna love 3. Like love 3. Like
I loved it too, and I can't forget about it.
if you were to tell me I'm only gonna play, there's only one game you can play for the rest of my life, whether it's God of War, the 2018 or 3, I'm picking 3.
Okay.
I am picking 3.
It's a good series.
It is really good. You're gonna love that
can't-
game.
It's been like 10 years. I can't
Yo,
forget
remember
it.
when they did that crossover with Shovel Knight?
Do I?
Yeah, because like the way you know how like you know Shovel Knight.
Yeah,
so
but-
they
yes,
did
I-
exclusives for each console. For Nintendo, they had the Amiibos.
Oh, they did.
For the Xbox version, they had Battletoads. And for the Sony version, you got the Fight Kratos.
I forgot.
I did not know about that.
Really?
No.
Yeah, so it's like I think Kratos confuses you for somebody else. I don't remember the exact story, but you do fight Kratos.
I didn't know.
Did not know that. This is the first time I'm hearing it.
I remember.
Yeah, I've been also taking the time to like look a little more indie games. Like
Yeah, that's what I want to do for next gen is get more into indie games because
I mean, if you're looking for, I'm sorry, go on.
I've slacked off.
Right.
And I've just been playing nothing but the mainstay titles and whatnot, and just completely missing out on these hidden gems that they just get completely overlooked. You never notice them, and then when you finally play, you're like, wow, this is a really good game.
I could recommend one for you easily.
All right, I'm listening.
Krypton the Necrodancer.
Krypton Necrodancer.
I've heard of it.
Yeah, because they
briefly.
did a collaboration with Nintendo later on to do Cadence of Hyrule. So basically, it's a dungeon explore, kind of like mystery dungeon.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
So it's mystery dungeon, but it's a randomizer. It's rhythm based. So movement, attacks, using items have to be done on a metronome. Mm-hmm. And if you're playing on the PC, you're able to put your own songs in there.
Oh.
So imagine doing that shit to like Despacito or some meme song.
Don't make me cry now. It's too early.
Oh, and the last game I will also recommend.
Oh, The Last of Us?
That too. That too. I do recommend that. And Persona 5.
Not Last of Us 2, Last of Us 1, right?
Both.
Okay, fair enough.
Both. I'm gonna be that fair. Even though I haven't played Last of Us 2 yet, I do recommend it. And Persona 5.
I was gonna do that, but because I saw Persona 5 was on sale, but I was told to get Royal.
Yeah, everyone says go get Roy. Like I'm currently I'm literally getting close to the end of Persona 5.
Yeah.
And then I'll do Royal later on because I'm at over 100 hours in Persona 5 already.
Jeez.
Are you able to transfer your save data over or no?
No.
You have to start fresh. So it's like
Yeah.
Skyrim. God damn it.
That sucks.
That's why I'm like, well, I'm not gonna be playing Persona 5 Royale anytime soon
Speaking
because
of, I know I'm not buying Skyrim again on there.
oh, definitely,
Dude, I bought it on the 360. I bought it on the One. I bought it on the PC.
You're one of those guys. We were talking about this.
Listen, you know what's the fun part? I haven't beaten Skyrim.
What?
no one has. Not a lot of people has. I haven't even.
I
beaten
beat
it
the main
either.
story.
Yeah, I
it's
beat the main
like,
story.
I just
That's
want to
about it.
support, you know,
I don't think
Todd's
you-
sweet little lies, you know?
I don't think you could beat the story, like technically.
Technically.
It just keeps going and going,
Yo,
and
remember
it's a game you have to force yourself to stop playing.
You have to like immerse yourself.
Yeah.
Yo, remember that rumor that came out that like, oh, Skyrim's coming out for PS5, and it got debunked. I'm like, oh my fucking god, Todd.
Not again.
Like, I don't want to play Skyrim. Like,
We talked about it as one of the
oh,
games.
remember they came out for the Alexa as well.
Oh yeah.
The very special edition.
I remember that.
I remember this too.
Like Todd, you
And there's Google Stadia.
Oh. Well, nobody cares about Google Stadia.
Yeah,
No-
Google
nobody
Stadia is
does, but I just-
irrelevant.
I
It's so bad I mispronounced it, but yeah.
Nobody does, but I just have to say it anyways.
Dude, xCloud does gaming stream better than fucking Stadia.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you're gonna have to like bleep out all my censors. Just a heads
Oh,
up.
don't you worry.
No, you don't. Don't you worry.
This is fine. This is way.
Yo, like, because I don't even know about, well, because I did the beta for xCloud. Mm-hmm. That shit was great. Granted, you need a 5G
Really?
connection,
Right.
and it was like very little latency, but it was pretty good. I ain't even about the clip, so I could do the thing on my Xbox One controller. So play it like
I don't want to do it, my friend.
like that, and it worked.
Interesting.
And it was great. I mean, I did Gears 5 with that. I beat the game with that.
Hey.
It was that choice. Well, do we want to talk about spoilers? Or, well, it's been out for like a year or so, right?
Yeah.
It's
I
been
mean,
it's been out. I played
Yeah.
already.
You beat the game though.
I already got spoiled enough, but I'm like halfway through the story anyways.
What did you choose?
I'm trying to remember what I chose. I completely forgot because I focus on multiplayer. And that's all I remember.
You didn't play the campaign?
Briefly, but I ended up in multiplayer. I grinded.
Yo, dude, multiplayer in Gears is fun,
I became someone else after that game.
bruh.
I'm dominant in freaking deathmatch.
Kind of like Dom. After Marcus, after Dom and Anya died. Anya!
Oh god, bring back memories. When I cosplayed as Dom.
Nice. I always played as Dom. Dom in Gears. He was always cool, and I know my brother. When my brother played, he always played as Baird.
I love Bear. Bear's
sucks,
Bear's
man.
just a jerk, and I love him.
I love. He's an asshole, but he's in a great way.
But what I do love is
I guess I just play as Coltrane, but you know.
Gold Train.
Oh, speaking of Gears of War, because I had a discussion about this last night. Now, thank you for reminding me about this.
I'm listening.
Okay, remember how I was talking about like how I had this for my extra life goal? I had to stream for $1,000. I had to stream Shrek Crash and Smash.
Yeah.
So you know how like they can't get like the actual voice actor. So I found out the voice actor they used for Shrek voiced the first 3 Carmines in Gears.
Get the heck out.
And Anthony, Benjamin,
And Clayton.
And Clayton.
Clayton. Oh my.
They're
It's Shrek. How? But
Yeah.
I don't know.
Wow.
This is registering now. I don't know how to feel about this.
Yeah, it's like when you find out the Japanese voice actor for Akiyasa also voices Garfield in the Japanese dub of that show.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Then the voice of Okuyasu also voices Kaimon in Dorohedoro, I believe.
Shit.
He sounds similar. It hurts.
And you can hear the Akiyasu accent with Garfield. It's funny.
It's like Dio voicing the Japanese Deadpool.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
Rip.
Or it's like
man.
Patrick Seitz, like when you hear him as Dio, and when you play Fire Emblem, you hear him as Hector. It's like so weird.
That is weird.
It is very weird.
Uh,
Oh man.
This is derailing really hard, and I love it.
Going on the
I'm
rails,
glad I'm like the chaotic good in
the
this.
crazy train.
Hey, we don't mind, man. We actually love this kind of energy.
Oh yes.
Okay, that's good. So 2 hours of sleep. That's the secret. Mom, I know you're probably watching. I do apologize. I mean, the fact that I'm not getting a call from her now. It's great.
She's probably watching. She's like, I'm gonna kill this guy.
It's like it gets out the chocolata and just pow pow pow. All right, let's move on.
All right, yeah. All right, Marvel Avengers. The beta is completely over. How many of y'all played it?
I have not.
I have not.
I've seen gameplay of it.
Well, I've played it, and this is just me.
Okay.
This is just me. I don't want anyone to take this, at heart. I ain't getting the game.
I'm not either.
I'm not. Like, to me, I feel like the game is at best $20.
You know what it looks like? You remember that one scene in Spaceballs
Oh my god, that's such
where
a
they
long
catch
time.
they caught the good guys, but it's like, you idiots, you caught their stunt doubles. That's what I felt like that fucking Avengers Marvel looked like.
Like, it's the only characters I had a good time playing as was Captain America and Thor, and then Black Widow. But other than that, it like Hulk, strong, boring.
Really?
Yeah, boring.
man.
You're gonna for me, I got bored of Hulk really quick because
they bang smash.
yeah, literally. Because I'm the kind of guy that wants to do some fancy combos or do different stuff to explore the capabilities of the
It's
character.
the FGC in us.
Yeah, literally.
Oh, I'm like the opposite. I just use the heavy hitter and just go like, it's like the dog meme, like bonk.
Yeah, yeah.
What are your perks about? Now I'm curious.
Like
Really? We'll talk about
I'm
that
like,
later.
I'm like, no, I'm not feeling this game. But for everyone else, like, of course, they're gonna expand the game. They're gonna put in Spider-Man, Ant-Man, Hawkeye.
But
Black
remember,
Panther.
Spider-Man's a Sony exclusive.
Yes.
What are you gonna do for Microsoft? They're not gonna show love.
X-Men, probably. I don't know.
Ugh.
Howard the Duck. I don't know.
I would love Howard the Duck.
But I can see this game lasting for a while. But yeah, gaming, it's not doing justice for me. It's a hard no for me.
All right.
It's a hard no. But if you like it, hey, by all means, go out there and go buy it.
Isn't it Square Enix is publishing it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been talking about it for 2-3 years.
You think they'll finish that before they finish part?
Nope.
Like I'm still not over the way how some of the characters look like Captain America, and I'm just like, what is this? And I'm pretty sure later down the line they're going to have cosmetic DLC, and then hey, you get to get the classic Captain America. And I'm just like,
Microtransactions.
here we go. And
That's where they get their bread and butter.
Yep, and I'm just like, y'all could have just sold me this in the very beginning. I
Look,
could
it
have
could
been
be
happy.
worse. At least they didn't do early access. Like, do it like Steam does it. Like, oh, the game's out in early access and it's just bugged to all hell.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I'm looking at the lead characters right now for the Avengers.
Uh-huh.
And out of all the weird ones, they have Cape.
Hold on, I gotta see this.
They have Ant-Man.
Really? Okay.
Hi, Steven.
I like the social distancing we're doing here.
Don't worry, my lack of care is just infinite.
Let me grab my mask. For my safety.
Oh no, I left mine off my car. If you cough at me, I'm gonna kill you.
Who's that?
That's my prop. Let's see. Who's Quake?
Quake?
Yeah,
Isn't that the game for Bethesda?
I feel like it's probably another like.
Or id Software, rather?
They're probably having a smaller vigilant hero.
My mask fell.
Don't worry. There's Ant-Man, Black Panther, Captain Marvel, Doctor Strange, Falcon, Hawkeye, Hulkbuster. So you have 2 Iron Men technically.
Pretty much, yeah.
Kate Bishop, Marvel,
Marvel.
Mockingbird, Quake, Scarlet Witch, She-Hulk.
Oh, nice.
So you have 2 Hulks. Vision, War Machine, 3 Iron Men,
3.
Wasp, Winter Soldier.
So are Iron Man suits just the Fire Emblem characters of the Marvel Universe?
Pretty much.
All right, let me go back to my sleep.
Go, young Steven.
All right, that's quite a lineup of characters. So yeah, they're gonna release the DLC characters
I'm okay.
little by little, slowly and slowly, so that way, hey, it can keep people engaged, keep them interested. Be like, hey, we're bringing out more characters and whatnot. Even though people already found out that yeah, we know these characters are coming. We know you're doing it just to drag the game out and whatnot. Maybe when the game is actually a little bit cheaper and then there are more characters, maybe I'll jump back into the game because instead of just playing, like, even in the story mission, you're either playing as Hulk or Kamala Khan, which I don't want no one feeling mad about how I say about this, but to me, she reminds me of a knockoff Mr. Fantastic. I'm sorry. It's just the powers are similar. She stretches,
Similar.
Yeah.
Silverback, you know what it made me think about? You ever remember the 90s with those clappers that just go like...
Wait, what?
How she just grows her hands like those old clappers from the 90s. It's like,
Yeah, and I'm just
I
like,
just can't unsee that.
okay,
now.
this is Mr. Fantastic. Why couldn't I
No,
just
she's just going like this and then like...
Gotta hand it to you.
God damn it.
But that's just how I feel about the game. But once more characters come out and the game probably is on sale for $30 or less, then I'll probably get it because I don't want to play through the story and go through Hulk. Boring. I'd rather just go through the game and I can just play as whatever character that I want.
You know what I will give at least Sony and Microsoft? At least when after their new games come out, they go after sale for a while versus like Nintendo.
Yeah.
It's always fucking $60. So if you're looking for if you're gonna want a deal, good luck.
You better wait. Like the summer sales.
Yeah,
and
like
such.
for example, Link's Awakening. Like that was my first Zelda game, the original, the Game Boy Color. Mm-hmm. And to play that, like the Switch port, it looks nice. Minus the little frame rate issues sometimes.
That's not bad.
But the game looks beautiful. Don't get me wrong. It's a great game. I just don't feel like it's a $60 game.
Yeah.
Like maybe $40, like $30-$40. But I don't.
Oh wait, did you hear? They're trying to remake all the Legend of Zelda games, the Switch edition.
I did not hear about that.
Is that a rumor or is that?
I believe that's what they're going to plan on doing the next couple months
Well,
or so.
Nintendo has gone on the record saying they want to release a Zelda game every year. They want to kind of pull off an Assassin's Creed,
Oh.
unfortunately, which I'm kind of scared for.
Yeah, because it's
But
like you don't want the quality of the game to deteriorate.
Exactly, because you're gonna get burnt out. It's like
Yeah.
happened with Mario when they did all like the new Super Mario Bros.
Oh, the Ocarina of Time's releasing October 23rd this year.
What?
What?
Of the Switch edition
That got confirmed?
Wait, what?
on Amazon.
It got leaked on Amazon. I mean,
I mean, I don't know. You got
gotta wait
leaked.
for the Nintendo Direct,
Yes.
and then while the comments calm down, it's like,
Wait,
hey,
did you say
where's
Ocarina-
the Smash
Yep.
deal?
Ocarina of Time.
I mean, I'm gonna say something very controversial.
I'm listening. Don't you
for
worry.
it.
This is intriguing.
Ocarina of Time's overrated for me. It's a great game.
It is a good game.
Yeah.
But I feel like if I had to choose, like for the N64 ones, I'd rather play Majora's Mask more.
Same
than
here.
Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
I'd rather play Majora's Mask.
Let's see when a Majora's Mask
Like,
release
I
date is.
appreciate what Ocarina of Time did.
Oh, yeah.
Taking the game from 2D to 3D. I think it did that beautifully.
Yeah.
But I feel like people say, oh, it's the best Zelda game because nostalgia.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe, I like how Majora's Mask kind of takes a darker turn.
Yeah.
Not like goth, edgy thing, but I feel like
And Majora's Mask doesn't have a frustrating water temple.
That is true.
it kind of does.
But it's not as frustrating.
Exactly, but it has the Anju, that one quest. I can't remember the name of it right now. The wedding quest.
Oh, okay.
You remember the one where you have the Kafil's quest? The one with the mayor's son is missing.
Mm-hmm. And you have to go look for him.
Yeah, and it's like spans 3 days. Like they made it easier on the 3DS remake, where like with the Song of Double Time, you rather than only going between dawn and dusk, dawn and dusk, dawn and dusk, you're able to choose which hour you want to go to. So waiting for Anju in the little kitchen in the hotel, to like putting the mailbox in, and then it just speed things up in the 3DS remake. And I felt like it wasn't hard, but it was just very, very tedious for just like a dumb reward. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand you.
Story-wise, it was great.
Yeah.
It's kind of sad when we realized, oh yeah, the moon's about to crash. Let's just spend our last moments together.
Yeah.
It's like that really.
That does. But
Yeah, like you get to see if I don't stop this, the world is going to end.
with a big old
And
angry
then,
moon.
like me not knowing how to play the game, I just like, well, screw it. Let me see the world end. I'm like, oh.
I don't want to set the world on fire.
I just want to start
a flame in your heart. I played that song 100 times after. Oh, God. Why me?
So what's your favorite Fallout?
Honestly, I never really got too deep into Fallout, so I'd say Fallout 4. Then I just got into 76 just for the memes.
How'd you feel about New Vegas?
It's actually a really good game.
Thank you. I was about to jump over that table right now.
I've never played none
actually
of the
like
Fallouts.
a good story. Like,
I am
one of my favorites.
completely just out of it. From what I've heard from other people, is just Skyward guns.
That's Borderlands.
Okay.
Yeah, that's actually Borderlands are good. Never
Yeah,
even quested.
I don't know nothing about Fallout.
If you're looking to get into a new,
But I've heard so many good things about New Vegas. Like, that is, they say, the gold standard.
yeah, because it was done with it wasn't done technically to Bethesda. It was done to Obsidian, which was the original publishers of the original Fallout games.
Yeah.
But you notice like the Bethesda Fallout games are all on the East Coast,
Yeah.
like Boston, D.C., West Virginia.
West Virginia.
Meanwhile, like Fallout 1, 2 in Vegas, New Vegas, those are in the West Coast because
Yeah.
it's California and that area in general. But yeah, it's one of those things where, I mean, granted, they had issues where they only had like how Bethesda like to take their sweet time.
Yeah.
Like 76.
Yeah, right.
Like that was the biggest meme of the year.
Dude, I was there playing the beta. I was there when the ghouls were T-posing.
I give you.
I was there when I
props.
was falling through the map.
I started playing a few months ago, actually.
I mean, honestly, I still play 76. I play my small group of friends. It's like 76 is one of those games. Is that game where it's like it's like The Room. It's trash, but it's the good type of trash.
You're not wrong.
And I enjoy it. Like I like the idea of like a multiplayer Fallout game, like going in power armor, fighting death claws together. But much like communism, it only works on paper, not in practice.
I'll just stick to Animal Crossing.
Dude, Animal Crossing. But yeah, pretty much. Yes, and then when they pulled out Fallout first, oh man.
Yeah.
I love the parody website. Because someone got the domain for Fallout first, because Bethesda forgot to register, and it's just a fucking just shitting on the service.
No servers will never be the same.
Yeah. There you go on.
But yeah, for someone who's a newcomer, like if they're going to jump into the Fallout, let's just say they have access to all the Fallout games. on all platforms. Which one would you recommend them to get on to get into the series?
I'm trying to think. If you're obviously for single player, I mean, it depends. If you like RTSs and it's 90s nostalgia, I guess,
Ooh.
you could do Fallout 1, Fallout 2.
I know about.
But I tried that. That shit is hard.
The gameplay is not a joke.
Like, and in coming from like the newer Fallout games, it's like you're not. It's obviously since they're more tailored kind of like an FPS or like third person RPG.
Right.
It's just hard like managing the action points. Like that's something I want to learn eventually down the line, but I ain't got the time for that.
Yeah, there was a challenge to play without any intelligence, and I've seen the gameplay.
Oh, the dialogue from the low intelligence runs are great.
They are so funny.
Yeah, especially in Vegas, there's quite a few. Personally, I would say, well, when I started, I tried 3. It didn't get me hooked right away. Like, I don't know, I just felt very gray. You know what I mean? Almost like Gears of War gray.
Yeah,
okay.
you have to be like at least playing a couple of them just to get into it.
Yeah, when I tried New Vegas, I got hooked. Like New Vegas was the game that got me in.
It's a good game.
It is.
So start with 3, then New Vegas.
I just start with New Vegas.
Okay.
But if you're looking for like more like, honestly, New Vegas, but it's Bethesda games, they're all bugged.
That is true.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would say 4.
4?
For something that's like pretty easy.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you're used to like playing like an RTS, I mean FPS, like like Call of Duty or any of those games, like it's like a shooter
Yeah.
with RPG elements. I'd recommend 4 just for that. The story is feels watered down a little bit, but yeah, I recommend that.
Okay.
If you want more story based and a fun time, New Vegas.
Okay.
And 76 if you hate yourself. No, just kidding. 76 if you have friends that are willing to pay for it. I shouldn't even be
My friends bought me Fallout 76 to play with them.
Oh, I mean, at least it was their money, not yours.
Exactly.
Yo, remember when like GameStop had like so much overstock? They were like bundling it, attaching the controllers just to get rid of the inventory. I think it was one.
It was that bad?
It was, dude. It was so bad. Like when it came out, like this was like a little bit before Black Friday. It immediately went down in price 50% off.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I upgraded last minute to the Tricennial, which was the $80 edition. And you know how that felt like? And then there was in between the power armor bag helmet, the canvas bag.
Yes.
There was that. There was the Nuka Dark controversy. There's some videos you could look at. It's,
Oh, I've watched them all.
I'd recommend it either by Internet Historian or I can't remember the guy. One of the guys from Two Best Friends Plays. I can't remember his name right now. He does that series like What Happened. He had to do 2 videos on Fallout 76. That's how bad it was.
Oof.
Like the drama.
Yeah, I didn't get too much into the drama of Fallout 76, but from a lot of people, it was like, this is literally the worst game. Like, Todd Howard, you lied to us. Like,
I mean, Todd always lies. He tells those sweet little lies, you know?
Like,
Damn it,
the
Todd.
meme that they have him on is like, when he says, everything just works.
And I remember the E3 after that, he's like, sometimes it just doesn't work. It's like, yo, I like how he also had to went on the record saying when he did an interview, he was like, hey, if you don't want us to re-release Skyrim, just don't buy it. I'm like, what?
I mean, you're not wrong.
He's not wrong, but
He's not wrong, but it's like,
Because they can only release it so many options. We talked about this at least 2
Yeah.
times. And GTA.
I bought GTA 3 times.
You're one of those guys.
yeah.
To be fair, I bought it on 360, then brought it up to Xbox One.
If you get it for the Xbox Series X, so help me.
No, I'm not. I bought it for PC. Because the only reason I did it because you can at least carry your character over.
Oh, I did not know
Okay.
that.
That's the main reason, at least for GTA Online.
Oh, never mind.
And you actually got benefits for that, like exclusive weapons and stuff.
Nope, still not gonna.
Yeah.
I'm not sold.
Like I could understand from Grand Theft Auto 5 from PS3 to PS4, Xbox 360 to Xbox One. I can get that. You know, graphical upgrade. It looks better, to a little bit more optimized. Cool. But now y'all doing it again with PS4 to now PS5, Xbox One,
Just
X
PS5.
Series X.
I'm just gonna
I'm just
drop
like,
it.
just give me another Grand Theft
Because
Auto.
you know why they're doing that. Theoretically, they never have to make another GTA game.
Yeah, because five can hold it on their own, and they can.
Online. GTA Online can hold its own.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
because they have so much expansions,
They have so much expansions. They get so much content. They can just release.
microtransactions.
Exactly. Like that's why I kind of hate microtransactions nowadays. That's,
Yeah.
We all do. Don't you worry.
Yeah, because that's why I have a feeling developers aren't going to release games now as much because they can just milk the microtransactions and they know people are going to buy it.
Yeah.
Oh, that reminds me. I was thinking about Marvel Avengers. Back to that.
Mm-hmm.
They're probably going to pull a NetherRealm. So, like, after a year, they're going to heavily discount whatever characters you probably buy.
Yeah, that's why I said I'm
I
gonna
think
wait.
I think they're going to do a NetherRealms because that's what happened with Mortal Kombat.
I'm gonna wait until the game gets cheap, and after that, they have majority of the characters under $30, and I'll be like, buy it.
Yeah, basically, Mortal Kombat was $60, and then you pay another $40 for the Combat Pact. And they
How much?
$40.
Yeah,
So $100 theoretically.
100. Yeah,
100
$100.
$190, whatever. But then you have to wait for a character once every 3 months because they
So
didn't.
it's like a season pass.
Yeah, it was basically a season pass. Was not really worth it, but then NetherRealms had her sale, and it was basically $40 for everything, or $35.
What the?
I was ready to drop kick my own TV
I do the same. Like
because I've committed hours playing a character and
Yeah.
owning it.
yeah. Like I remember, I did the same thing with Injustice too, because I was like, I know this game's gonna have a huge roster of characters, but since this is coming from NetherRealm Studios, eventually they're gonna sell the game with all the characters at a very low price. So you're better off waiting. But if you're a person that competes competitively, then yeah, you're gonna end up buying it and whatnot. Like I compete competitively and casually, so yeah, I got suckered in. But if I want to just play the game for the hell of it or whatnot, and not competitively, I'd rather just wait until all the characters are released all on one disc or one file, so that way I don't have to worry about dropping $100 for what 30, 40 characters when I can just pay 60 or lower than that.
I know.
I just wait for the
so
sale.
It's the same thing they do with definitive editions, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a friend that got beyond pissed with that when Hyrule Warriors got the definitive edition.
Oh.
Because he just bought the Wii U version and bought all the DLC. And like, I think it
Oh.
was like a couple days or a week later when they announced the Switch version. Dude, he was fucking livid.
I
don't blame them.
Yeah, I bought Injustice for $14 a few months ago during the NetherRealm sale. The complete edition.
Yeah.
And my friends wanted to play with us, and we only played that game for a day. I'm like, why'd you make me buy this in the first place?
You can have it in your Steam library, you know?
It was for Xbox, but
You know, I know what I meant.
I know what you meant.
Speaking of Xbox.
Halo Infinite delayed to 2021.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Here's what I feel about it. Because remember how you got to remember this.
Yeah.
Remember how Master Chief Collection launched?
Yep.
That shit. Like I was pissed about that.
A lot of people were
Yep,
pissed.
my friend still bought it.
One of my good friends that I served in the military with, huge Xbox guy, huge Halo guy. He got pissed. It was like,
Yeah, like it's
like he wanted to shoot the game. Like,
Jesus.
what the hell?
Yeah.
Shoot
So
the
I just felt like they rushed it because they wanted to meet it wasn't for a Christmas release.
Yeah, I think it was around
Yeah.
that time. Yeah.
So they were trying to meet it, for the holiday demand, which makes sense. But when the game is broken, which every AAA developer tends to do nowadays,
Yep.
it's like it was like I feel like that almost killed Halo that pretty much killed Halo for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah. it did.
Which you know what? I'll give as much shit as I'll give three for that. At least they stuck to it, and at least they fixed it up.
Yeah.
It should have been like that in the first place, but at least they didn't treat it like Microsoft treated the Zoom. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Just be like, we're
This
abandoning
message
it.
was
It's
brought
like
to you
Zoom
by
Who?
Bungie Gang.
Yeah. So at least they fixed it up. They did play testing, and it eventually came to PC, which that announcement was hype.
That
It
was.
that, and then Reach getting announced on MCC.
That was.
Yeah.
That was
I love
great.
Reach.
Reach was great.
Yeah, it was fun when I was playing on PC. I was like, oh man, this. But it felt really weird playing with keyboard and mouse. Like it just felt strange.
Bro, just connect your Xbox One controller.
Yeah, that's what I do. I
That's
connected
what I
my
do,
controller
too.
and I was like, oh god,
That's
this
how I
feels
play
so much
Warzone
better.
on PC.
I don't think there's any games I really play keyboard and mouse on my own PC. I technically just use my Xbox controller for everything. But I also like what they're doing now. Ever since they ported 3 to which day 3 came out on MCC. It's like, you know when Bowsette got announced, like the internet
It like that fan made OC.
Like they busted it
That was
collectively.
that was an OC.
Like a spirit bomb.
They made an OC a big thing, and that's the best part about the internet.
That was me with Halo 3 on PC. And I could finally play the game legally. Like back when they were doing like the whole Halo Online thing.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
When they were reverse engineered because it was originally for the Russian market. Out of all places.
I did not know that actually.
Yeah, neither did I.
They did it kind of like to kind of see, I guess, to cater to that audience, but they kind of dropped it after a year. And then there was this group called El Dorito that they thought they considered the game abandonware, and obviously they basically made it essentially Halo 3 on PC.
Huh.
So Microsoft, obviously they have to do cease and desist. But 343 liked the idea of it, so they worked with them. And I think that's also what got it to PC. It showed that there was a demand for it.
Yeah.
And it was fun playing that. And then to play it again, Halo 3 again on PC, or just playing Halo again, it brings me back to those good old days, And especially now that they're adding armor, weapon skins, vehicle skins, and visor
Really?
covers. Yeah.
Oh.
They did it for Halo 1, and they just did it in the recent update for Halo 3. And
Okay.
I believe... Oh, and they also announced that ODST's Firefight is coming to MCC. So I'm excited for that.
I'm thinking about my life now.
Bro, we should play it sometime.
Heck yes.
If it's on PC, count me in.
It is on PC.
It is. Steam.
Steam and Game Pass.
My friend gave me a Steam
Alright, I'll
account,
be
so
there.
I'm gonna steal it.
We could do that as a stream together, the 3 of us.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I'm down.
I gotta plan it out. I'm just gonna steal my friend's Steam account again. I'm one of those guys.
Bruh.
But with Halo Infinite delayed to 2021, I feel like they wanted to show it, but other than the memes of Craig, yes.
Bless Craig. I hope. I really like memes aside. I really hope Craig stays in the game in some way.
Me
Yes.
too. Me too.
Even if it's just like a statue that you have to find on the map. Or if they do like a profile, like they have like the nameplates on MCC. They add that as
CRG.
I'd be down for that. Dude. But
But I think they're delaying it to continue to polish the game so that way it is 100% optimized, no problems, no issues.
Yeah.
And of course, I believe I think last podcast we said that the multiplayer is going to be free to play.
Yeah.
Right. So microtransactions.
Yep.
Of course. What else?
I mean, I'm gonna be honest because I do like customization in any video game. That's why I'll play games.
Reach was my favorite customization for Halo.
Reach and Halo 4 was pretty good with it. Halo 5 took a shit on it
I
hard.
really want that katana, but I never got it.
You never got the katana?
I never got the katana.
I never got the high boost armor
Bro,
in Halo
it's just
3.
1,000 gamer score. Did you
What?
Did you at least get recon?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's fine.
I'm trying to remember.
Bro, remember when people used to like beg Bungie to give them recon?
Yes.
Dude, those were the days.
Yeah, I remember having recon.
Shit. Did you? Oh, the Vidmasters were also really fun. I ended up never doing the Vidmaster. I think I was always, if I remember correctly, I never was able to finish Endure.
I don't think I even got near that.
That was the 4-player co-op on Firefight on Heroic over Xbox Live.
Oh.
Every time I was near it, the server crashed. The game crashed. I'm like,
Bring your mic a little bit closer to you.
here? Are my levels okay now?
A little bit closer. You're good.
Okay. Okay, so pretty much it was one of those things where it was like towards the end, like one of the last Bungie days before, we went over to 343.
I miss
They had
Bungie.
Destiny's okay.
Yeah, it's
Especially
okay.
since they parted with Activision finally.
I was so
Yeah,
happy.
I was happy too.
I'm
Yeah.
planning on getting back into Destiny.
Yeah, fuck Activision. And that's why I'll never get sponsored by Activision on my stream.
The only thing Activision was good for were the classic Spider-Mans, and that's it.
Yeah, dude, Spider-Man 2 was wild.
Oh yeah.
Pizza team.
Yo, imagine like going on your first date and just like you're gonna do like as they say in That's So Raven, doing the nasty, and you just pull up the mixtape and it's just the pizza time theme from Spider-Man 2. And when you're about to finish it. No, and it's the best part is like when you're about to finish, it does like when the song derails at the very end, like, and you just pass out.
I'm dead.
Pizza time.
Pizza.
But yeah, I'm kind of happy they're delaying it because I have a feeling that I don't think the Halo franchise can handle another MCC.
Oh yeah,
issue.
I don't think they can.
And that's a franchise I love, and that's what really the fact that's what got my cosplay name and all that stuff, and it's a franchise I hold dear. That would hurt. Like I don't want to see that happen again, and I kind of the whole open world mechanic. I think that sounds very interesting.
Yeah, especially that you can travel around the ring.
Yeah,
I wonder how the space travel is gonna go.
fast travel.
Like, if you're just gonna take a Banshee, just go across one part.
I mean, I want to see. I like the grapple hook idea.
And like, what would happen if you die? Is the real question in space. Where do you respawn? Like back to where you started, or
That's a good, just last checkpoint. It'll be fine. I mean, when I saw the gameplay for it, it looked great.
Yeah.
Some of the sounds seemed a little off, but I understand it's a work in progress.
it's the alpha they showed, right?
I think, but it was still very like unpolished.
Oh, okay, so it's not even an alpha yet.
I don't remember exactly what state it was. I know they were talking about because they're outsourcing a lot of the work as well. If I remember reading like stuff from Inside Gaming and stuff. As you can tell, I'm a gamer. Basically, the game still has a lot of work on, and I hope they get everything resolved. Like it's gonna. I just wondering, like now that Infinite's pushed back, what does this Series X have now at launch?
Senua's Blade, I believe, or
I don't know.
I think they have Senua's Blade, or that one.
And in that new Yakuza game, that RPG one, that actually looked really wild.
Dare say anything about that one song, so help me.
Bruh. Which one? Oh, I know. What, you want to talk on Yakuza a little bit?
I mean, yeah, we can.
I would try to
I
get him.
downloaded one of the Yakuza's, but I haven't played it yet.
Which one did you download?
Oh, I forgot. I think number 2. No.
2? I started with 0 because I was streaming on my Twitch channel, and within like the first half hour or so, I got to do Bakamatai.
Oh, it's Senua Saga Hellblade 2.
Okay, so there's not. So I doubt they'll be able to push people to buy a Series X. Because I feel like Halo would have been the one to sell.
Yeah, Halo would have been the one to push the series.
But they're also promoting the whole smart delivery service. So if you don't buy an Xbox One now, you're able to just upgrade for free. Well, for some games you can, some you can't.
What?
Yeah, that's what they were doing that with.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah. But what was I going to say?
Yakuza?
Yeah. So I thought Yakuza was going to be like, it's like hard ass. It's going to be like Yakuza guys. They're going to do like mafia shit. Meanwhile, we're just playing like, we're doing karaoke, watching in the cabaret club. There's this one random dude in the stream like twerking in his underwear.
What?
Oh, wait, I saw your game clip of that.
Yeah.
That was so weird.
Yo, I looked that up later. You want to know the name they actually gave that character? The Walking Erection.
Wow.
They're like, what the? Like, yo, that shit. He was vibing really hard, man.
Holy crap, that's funny.
Yo, the game is wild. Like, there's like there's car racing. I found out later on there's like a photography session, so it's like you get to take pictures of models. So it's like an OnlyFans simulator, I guess. Yo, that shit is wild. And then there's like the one dude with the eye patch. I was looking at cutscenes for it because YouTube keeps recommending it for me, and I'm trying to avoid spoilers. Dude, he's like the fucking Florida man of the Yakuza franchise, and I love it.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that sounds believable.
He's like, and especially when he does his karaoke when he sings a 24-hour Cinderella. You think he looks like, hard ass as shit, like with his eye patch and shit. And then when it does like the transition thing, like, with Baka Matai, it does him like singing at the bar.
Oh, my God.
With that guy, he's dressed like an idol on rollerblades, dancing. Like doing like
This is comic relief.
it's like K-pop.
Judas Priest. That's
It's
awesome.
really great. Like,
Okay, now this sounds interesting.
I'd recommend Yakuza. Like, and it's all
I
at the
need to
same
get into
time. While it has its wackiness, it has a lot of moments that are very wholesome, and it makes you like
you feel like,
When you're trying to be gangster, but then you also
yo, that game.
American.
I actually want to finish
Japanese
playing
level.
those games. Like, I wanted to play it exclusively on stream, and I kind of regret that because I've been wanting to play it. And the only way I've been able to scratch the itch was playing Fist of the North Star because it's done by the same publisher. So it's technically a Yakuza game, but with the Fist of the North Star aesthetic, which I love.
I've seen a gameplay for it. I definitely would play it if I had a PS4.
And it has kind of that. It does some of the same shit as well. It's great. But I was trying to see. Like, there was this one moment. There's this kid because Yakuza 0 takes place in the 80s. There's this little kid that's trying to buy this game, and the main character's like, "Yo, people are lining up to buy video games now." It's like, and then the funny part is this kid buys the game, but this high school kid robs him, so your character beats the shit out of him. Watch it. Before that, there's this thug that steals it from the high school kid, and you beat him up because you're not paying attention. And he's like, "Oh no, this guy took it," and you're chasing along, and then this Yakuza guy catches no, it was another guy that caught that guy. You get confused again. You beat him up, and you realize the other guy stole, like a Yakuza guy, stole it from the third guy.
Oh my god!
You beat him up, and then you realize that he was trying to steal the game to get it for his son. And he's like, "Well, what the fuck, man? Like, it already belongs to somebody else." And you realize when the kid comes out, he's been following you. That was his dad. And it's like, he practically got the game back from the son.
Florida man.
You know, that's not my amount, not the iPad guy. This is like a random dude.
No, this is another Florida man article. Is what it sounds like.
No, it's like high school drama. It's like he said, she said, he said, she said, and this little bitch talk shit.
And judo.
Yeah, it was great, man. Like if you haven't, I'm glad. My only regret was not getting into Yakuza sooner. Then again, I never had a Sony console, so that's on me. I'm glad that now it's on Game Pass, just like Kingdom Hearts is now on Xbox.
Oh yeah.
Which shit.
I have so many random games to play. Anyway.
I have nothing very positive to say about Kingdom Hearts 3, but we will move from there.
The only thing I will say positive. I like what's not the ball sack wizard, but the dude that's like the young guy that's not the ball sack wizard.
Which ball sack wizard are we talking about?
Bro, I
Palpatine?
don't know. Like the guy at the end of the Toy Story world. He's like the younger version of him.
What, Kingdom Hearts 3?
Yes. He was in the Toy Story world. I like how Woody is just like standing up to the main guy and is like almost sounds like a JoJo villain protagonist talking. I'm like, dude.
You mean
I realized I just.
I think it was young Xehanort.
It's young Xehanort.
I said the wrong wizard. I'm like, are we talking about Palpatine?
No, what's the name with? Never mind.
I haven't played Kingdom Hearts 3.
I barely played 3.
This is where I'm gonna get yelled at.
Listen,
3 was a disappointment to me. I've never played all the other Kingdom Hearts, just the main console ones like 1, 2, and now, of course, 3. 2 is like gold standard. 3 is just like, what in the hell did y'all do?
What in
did you ever see
tarnation?
the drinking game for that?
No.
Drinking game?
I looked this up on a couple of my friends on my Discord, and
sounds like a fun-
you're gonna fucking die if you
That
play
sounds
that.
like a terrible drinking game.
Hold on. I mean, you're at least familiar with keywords in Kingdom Hearts, right?
Yeah.
Hearts, keyholes.
Like, going towards the end, like, the plot was not making any sense anymore. One of the characters ends up getting literally murdered, and you're expecting, people to, rage out and lash out and whatnot.
Listen, you just have to play the other 12 Kingdom Hearts games to understand the
just calm about
context.
it.
Yeah, they were just calling about, I'm like,
Yo, he
what
just
the
got-
hell? And then, this is just me.
Typical day in
It's just me.
Florida. Not sure.
In the anime world, a lot of people say Sakura Haruno from Naruto is useless.
You're damn
in-
right. You're damn-
No. But in the gaming world, Kairi is useless.
You're
I
damn
thought
right.
you meant Yamcha.
She's there for plot. She's there for the plot,
Listen,
for
she-
Sora to get better or whatnot.
Listen,
she's useless.
She's gonna have more in the plot and memory, whatever that melody of memories. Remember?
I thought it was just gonna be a simp at this point.
I'm just
Bro.
like,
Okay, I got the drinking game list here.
oh my god, I'm so done with this game.
So take a very small sip whenever somebody says darkness, light, heart, keyblade, and X-blade, or friends.
We're friends here.
Yeah, I'm dead.
Keep in time, and they mentioned here, keep in mind that the series has a total of 668 voiced mentions of darkness.
Yeah, I'm dead.
Yeah,
Darkness
you'll
take
just
over.
that
Darkness
rule, you're
away.
dead.
Yeah,
Darkness,
I'm
get
dead.
the hell out and give me more booze.
Or it's like take a sip whenever someone says Donald, Sora, Donald, Goofy, or any variant thereof.
Yep, dead.
Take a shot. I can't read Japanese names.
I am so dead.
Yeah, a lot of these drinking games are gonna die.
Yeah, literally.
I want to do a Dead by Daylight one. That's what I promised my buddy Lazy Pool.
Shit.
All right,
So what are we moving on to the next topic?
next topic: the Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War revealed.
I didn't see
What
the
is y'all?
I didn't see the trailer.
I'm kind of. Did you see that the Chinese government made him censor it?
Oh, I did.
Yes.
I did see the trailer actually. I'll take it back.
Yes, they
Look-
took out Tiananmen Square. They took that out.
And just like that, we're banned in China.
Again. This is like the fifth, or this is like the eighth game that's been banned or censored.
Yeah, right.
Even Paper Mario was censored.
In China?
Yeah, they censored some parts. Talking about freedom.
Wow.
You're not wrong. Fuck. I mean, I'm not surprised. Yo, remember they banned Animal Crossing?
Yes. Yes. That was so
Man.
stupid. That was so stupid.
To be fair, it wasn't technically released officially over there, though, right?
Probably not.
Yeah, because
had exclusive stuff.
Funny thing about this Chinese switches, the ones you get over there. You know how like our switches, American, European, Japanese switches, they're region free.
Yes.
The Chinese ones are not region free.
How did? But
Wow.
that's a special order.
Listen,
Why?
because remember before the way they had it before, it was the IQ player,
Oh yeah.
which I think would look pretty cool for what it was. It was just a plug and play N64 that connects to the internet to download games.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
It was cool, but But as for that game, I'm excited, and in fact, it's a sequel. It's a direct sequel to Black Ops 1, I believe, right?
No, from what I've heard, it's a complete reboot.
Oh.
So kind of like what they did with Modern Warfare.
Yeah.
I'm kind of excited because I really enjoyed the Black Ops series.
Me
Yeah,
too.
same here.
Yeah, especially the zombie modes.
What are the
Not for
numbers,
me.
Mason?
Numbers mean. Listen, Black Ops 1 hit hard for me because I am Cuban. I've had family, my great uncle and my grandfather. They were in the Via Pigs invasion,
Oh wow.
and they were political prisoners
Oh my gosh.
through the Castro regime. So you can imagine that game kind of hit home for me a little bit, family wise. So imagine when you realize that. Remember the zombie mission at the end
Yes.
when you're playing with Kennedy, Nixon, and Castro.
Yes.
And what was it in the
How long?
Secretary of Defense, I believe?
It was in the Pentagon, I believe.
Yeah, but I'm saying the fourth guy that nobody remembers.
I never got that far in zombies.
Nixon, Kennedy, Castro. I forgot the fourth person, but yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so pretty much it was that, and then you know what that reaction's like when I have to deal with all that shit and I end up getting chosen. It randomly assigns me to Castro.
Oh my gosh.
Oh god.
Yo, remember when Castro died? The memes for that were really wild.
Oh yeah.
I think my favorite one was like, "Revive me, I have a ray gun."
Now it's like, revive me, he'll be fine in the gulag.
Bro.
Honestly. Those are the memes nowadays, and I enjoy that.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm excited. I want to see, because during the meeting with Reagan, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm excited. I want to see what they do with that.
Yeah, same here.
Me too.
All right, next one. Fall Guys, the new game that's making people talk. Someone recommended to me. I was like, all right, let me look at it. And I was like,
It's a battle royale I've actually almost won.
My friend told me.
Like I tried Fortnite. Fortnite. It's what?
yeah, I tried Fortnite, and I'm just like,
It doesn't attract to me.
I played
No.
season 1. I only won one game with my ex a long time
Like, I've
ago,
only
and I
played-
never touched it.
The only three battle royale type games that I've almost won, or at least won in some way: Tetris 99,
Ooh.
Nuclear Winter, and Fallout 76, which I've actually won a couple games on that. And Fall Guys, I always get to the final round, but I always get like choke at the end. First is my little brother. He decided to brag that he got the crown 4 times in a row on his Instagram stories.
Oh my god.
I'm like, dude, bro, I wish I was that good.
I won an Apex match last night with
Nice.
0 kills and 2 revives.
Wait, what?
My friends carried and I just revived them.
Okay, so you did support.
I did.
yeah, the only battle royale game I mainly play is Apex, and then I dabble a little bit in Call of Duty Warzone.
I tried
but
for Hyperscape.
Fall Guys, it's like
Fall Guys is addicting. It's really fun.
It looks chaotic. I like it.
Dude, I feel like that's what we needed right now with everything. You know, with all, are we allowed to say the C word?
nah. We'll just say pandemic.
Beer
Current
virus.
world event.
Episode 1.
But with everything, you know, everything that's going on in the world, I feel like Fall Guys.
Is a comic relief of some sort?
Yeah, it's kind of like when Animal Crossing came out.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, like all the hype that came out of that. Fall Guys is continuing it.
Yeah,
And
I
I
think
like
it's
it.
going to die out like Animal Crossing.
Yeah,
I don't think it's going to yet.
probably.
I give it like maybe a good 5-6 months.
Yeah, sounds about right. I was going to say a lot less, but
Actually, I was going to say 3 months, but if they expand their maps and game modes, then
yeah,
I'd give it
they
6.
just during the what was
It's
the,
only been out like less than a month.
Yeah, for game, I know at Gamescom because whatever the show Jeff Keighley hosts,
Yeah.
they showed off season 2 of Fall Guys, and they're going with like a medieval theme.
Ooh.
It looks nice. Morty. But yeah, it looks really fun. But yeah, it's kind of stuff. I mean, I understand. So what's the deal with? Because I know on PSN it's free.
Yeah,
What
if
do
you
you-
have PlayStation Plus.
Microsoft has no love.
Nintendo doesn't have it. No, I'm just kidding.
Wow. So
And then on Steam, you got to pay like $20 for it.
Yeah.
wow. A battle royale game that you have to pay. That is ludicrous.
Listen, well, technically, you're paying for Tetris 99 with your Nintendo Switch membership,
Which is $20 a year,
which is not bad. Or Fallout 76.
which is a waste of your time, depending on what you do.
Like, like I said, I'll give 76 the. I'm not gonna like go and like praise Todd.
It's not a bad game.
It's not a bad game. Like it has its moments. Normally, because what I like to do also in video games is a lot of video game photography.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And
I actually dig that.
76 is great for it, and it has a lot of moments. Like especially with there's this item they introduced called Nuka Shine.
Yes.
So funny enough, because when you drink it, you know everything turns blue. So you're gonna do photos with that, but then you pass out and spawn randomly on the map. They went as far as
Yes.
you know how far they went with it? There's a lot of spawn locations. One of them is they recreated the cart scene from Skyrim.
Hold on. I sorry to interrupt you guys. Alvin in the chat says Fall Guys is like hanging with a bunch of drunks trying to go from one bar to the next without passing out or getting arrested. Good
In a
times.
mascot suit, basically.
Bro, that sounds like the funnest pub crawl ever, man.
Yeah, let's all get mascot suits and do this. Oh my god, a Fall
Look.
Guys cosplay would be perfect.
It's easy. Just get like a morph suit and just do like the face.
I want to do one of being in like a warrior or something.
What color would you wear though?
Good question.
Not yellow, obviously, right?
Of course, yellow.
You're gonna be on the loser team? Why?
Don't judge me.
Listen, we all know yellow team is trash.
One day they will rise.
One day.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Oh man. Who knows? Maybe one day I'll give Fall Guys a try. I'll give it a
I might
try
steal
and be
from
like,
my
you know what?
friend's team.
I know.
I mean, you
it-
have a
it-
PS4, right?
Yeah.
You lucky son of a
You haven't had me on PS4 yet.
I can play it here. Oh yeah, I can.
Add me on PlayStation. We can just play. We'll play. I'll play with you.
All right. I'll
well,
give
I'm
it a chance.
Give it a try. It's really fun.
If it's cross-platform, that'd be so much more fun.
It would be great.
It needs to be cross-platform.
That's definitely going to last more than 6 months if it
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
cross-platform.
Yeah, and if it gets on more platforms. If it gets on Xbox and if it basically becomes Fortnite,
Yeah.
like that. Well, minus. the
But
shit
they're
that's
also making it on mobile as well.
Fall Guys.
Yeah.
Really?
On mobile.
Apple and I'm sorry, Apple and Google Play Store.
Really? Okay, so get the casual audience.
Yep.
Shit.
Unlike Fortnite.
My Fortnite. Yo, did you see that one video? The one that's like.
I know what you're talking about.
You know which video I'm talking about.
I know which one you're talking about.
Dude, that made me.
Yes.
That made me feel so old.
That made me just want to curl up and
The guy just like going to a
Just-
hole.
just give my masculinity like
The
a
beat-
boost like a JoJo.
No, to be fair, like kids have it great nowadays. Remember, like they're getting all this video game merch.
Yeah.
And back when us, it's like we barely got anything.
Yeah.
Gamer Comic Expo was when I first saw like Fortnite cosplayers, and I just
Yeah, Fortnite Con.
Trash con.
I wanted to be an introvert.
I'm gonna call it what it is.
I love how everyone says this. And this is why we're friends. I went there for 2 days because one day I got a free ticket. I'm like, this wouldn't be bad. Then the
Listen,
second
I had
day-
more fun at EY than
Me too.
Same here.
And I was only there for like 4 hours. And I went to Chipotle and came back.
bro. It reeked of fucking popcorn. There was so much Fortnite. There was kids flossing in the halls. I was scared. It's like you ever just want to like punt a kid? Like, bro, like. Dude,
Floss to me or a floss to life, you know.
Oh man.
listen.
my sides
Look, I will say this. Okay, prior to all the shit that's been happening with Fortnite, I'll respect the fucking hustle. Like,
I still won't.
I mean, look, I don't like Fortnite. I'm going to say it straight up, but I can understand. Like, I won't deny that it's successful.
Oh yeah, you can't knock
It has an audience. Unfortunately, a lot of kids that are like cringing Fortnite dances.
Oh god, yeah.
And TikTok.
Oh, and I don't even use TikTok.
Neither do I.
I used to, and then I just realized my audience is not there.
Also, like, I don't want to give my info to like the Chinese.
Same. I got rid of that app once I heard about that.
Yeah.
I shouldn't believe it.
So wait, TikTok's just basically Vine, right?
Yeah.
15 seconds, but now Instagram made Reels, which is TikTok.
Just in case.
Look,
TikTok
I'd rather
goes
give
away.
my information to an American company than a
Amen to that.
Chinese company. I'm sorry, to the Chinese Communist Party.
America!
Fuck yeah!
This is why we're friends, Steven.
Exactly. Oh shit! I accidentally knocked the cable. Whatever, we're good.
I misspelled smoke on your cup.
Listen, I'm just saying that. Wait, is that what's it called? Reels?
Yeah.
Is it
Yeah.
easy to use?
Yeah, so
Yeah, it's-
you switch to your story, or like you go to your story, you swipe right for Reels, and you can post, you can put music, you can trim it, put filters.
So it's kind of like using the highlight feature.
In a nutshell, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've used it once just to wait lift since my front camera is broken, and I decided to put selfie cameras on etching,
Bruh.
so I can show my inner JoJo.
Just get like a
you know,
selfie
just
stick.
Suddenly flexing the games right now.
Bro. I'm strong.
You are
Ladies, I'm single.
mentally. You have the high ground.
Oh man.
But yeah.
This is rich.
Yeah.
What's next?
Gotham Knights and Suicide Squad game announced.
I saw the trailers for both.
I saw the Samoa Joe is voicing King Shark.
Oh,
Really?
That was funny.
Yeah, and I'm just thinking of the Scott Steiner video with Steiner Math.
I like it, but I'm not sure how I'm going to feel about Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
I was just saying because I don't really watch a lot of DC stuff. Mm-hmm. Like, even though I kind of grew out of that superhero phase, like all the movies that were coming out,
Oh, yeah.
I was never really into DC stuff.
I used to.
Like, I only cosplayed, like, yeah, because it wasn't really cosplay. It was like my nephew's birthday party. We were doing a Batman theme, and I was told to dress as the Penguin. Not Danny DeVito Penguin, sadly, but
Danny
classic.
DeVito. I'm sorry.
It was classic Penguin, so it's okay. I just use like a dress shirt, use my Speedwagon coat, use a hat. It was kind of easy to put together, but
Yeah, I've done one DC cosplay of Black Mask, and then the funniest thing, when I heard Birds of Prey came out, I entered a costume contest for Gamer Comic Expo, and I'm like, yo, I'm Black Mask from the upcoming movie, Birds of Prey. 2 years later, I feel like people just realize this, and they're like, oh, I should have voted for this guy.
That movie is that movie
It
is
was.
forgettable.
I could be a better
what,
Black
Suicide
Mask.
Squad?
Birds of Prey.
Didn't they rename the movie like a couple times?
Yeah.
They named it Birds of Prey.
And Harley Quinn's and
Emancipation of Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
Well, they put the Harley Quinn thing because to help it sell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then they just said Birds of Prey.
Weren't they also trying to market it as like, because it was coming around the same time as Sonic, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Weren't they trying to market it as, oh, Sonic's like offensive or some shit to try to get people to go to Harley Quinn?
Yeah.
That's even worse.
Yeah, that was even worse. And Sonic completely blew it out the water because because if people don't know, when you listen to your consumers, you listen to your fans, you will get success.
It's
Now-
it's a shame the studio that had to redesign Sonic got shut down though.
Really?
Yeah,
Seriously?
yeah. That's that studio that did the design for Sonic. They got their employees got laid off.
Wow.
Man, that's unfortunate.
Let me remember that. Let me read that to confirm. Because I know it was something like that.
All right, real talk, Steven. They have Detective Pikachu, they have Sonic. Do you think they'll ever make a Smash movie?
Well, like the Avengers tier.
Yes.
It could.
Early Avengers here, not like Endgame or.
What would be Endgame? Smash Ultimate?
Yes.
Yeah.
And there was because we also have that Metal Gear movie that's still in production.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Okay, unless we want to go literal live action shit, do you want to use 80s Mario and Luigi?
Yes.
Like Captain Lou and
Yes.
I forgot the other person.
Yes.
What else?
Are we talking about the 80s cartoon or
Yes, like based on the original one.
Mario Shuffle?
Do the Mario, shake your arms from side to side. Come on, it's time to go do the Mario.
This is why we're friends, Steven. I'm impressed that you know this.
Listen, listen, I'm like a Nintendo nerd. Yo, fuck, there's a joke I want to talk about the cartoons, but I know I cannot make it because it will get us banned on Twitch. So we're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that joke later. I mean, there was like shows like the 80s cartoons were weird, like at least for the Nintendo stuff. There was
They were my
there was
trip.
the Mario one, the Legend of Zelda cartoon.
Yes.
Which was really creepy for me when I was that young, and I was like,
What, the Legend of Zelda one?
yeah. But then again, I was into G.I. Joe, He-Man, and all those stuff.
I am a 90s kid.
Yeah, same here. No, I just found it on YouTube later on.
Yeah.
And then Captain N was actually kind of interesting until they showed off the designs for Mega Man, Pit, and how he always has to say Icarus at the end of every single fucking sentence.
I never knew that.
Yeah, it's wild. Bro, so apparently in Captain N, in the comics, because they continue it, he fucked Samus.
What?
And they had kids
Huh?
in the comics.
What?
I'm losing sleep because of this now.
Bro, like, imagine having that much game to like fuck the fucking most powerful bounty hunter in the galaxy.
Judas Priest.
That is wild.
Yeah, man. I wish I had a game like Kevin. Yo, and they made I forgot they made Alucard look like a fucking like 80s like surfer kid. The 80s that show was fucking weird, but it was a nice tribute at the time.
I like New Castlevania.
Newcastle, yeah. So, welcome to Castlevania.
What was I saying? Gotham Knights actually looks pretty good. That's team-based.
Yeah.
Ooh. Gotham. Isn't it like that? Like, what was that one Gotham? I mean, Batman's. It was like a parody of like TF2.
Oh, Gotham City Imposters.
I've talked about this.
Yeah.
I've talked about this too. Basically,
I missed that game.
I kind of do.
the fan service just like, or the fan base, or like it just died because they had so many server issues.
Yeah.
But I think it's still on Steam, but I think it costs like $10.
Or less.
Would you want to pay that much? Listen, I had to buy fucking Garfield cart, and I was surprised there was people on stream playing that.
And I'm still impressed to this day that you got that. But
Well,
Gotham,
go on.
I'm sorry. But yeah, Gotham City Imposters, it was pretty good. Shoot 'em up, you had your abilities. There was no ultimates.
Yeah.
You just
Yeah.
had to have your wits.
Yeah.
Back when you needed skill to play.
Yeah, definitely.
I played it as a kid. I got like I played the beta.
I mean, I played it very briefly because when I was playing at that time, my PC couldn't handle games.
I was on a 360.
Oh, that was
PS3.
Oh, the words.
We understand.
I do words good.
But
PlayStation 3 for me.
what was I gonna say?
Oh, at that time,
Yeah.
360 and Wii.
Okay.
Same. Gotham City Knights basically is Batman dies, so the four knights or the four Bat family members rise up. Basically, you have Red Hood, Nightwing, Robin, and Batgirl. Robin, I believe, is going to be as Damian Wayne.
Okay.
Then you have Nightwing, Dick Grayson, Jason Todd as Red Hood, and Barbara Gordon as her. Batgirl.
No Tim Drake? I'm disappointed.
I don't know if it's Tim Drake or Damian Wayne. That's
I just hope.
I don't know.
I'm not a fan of Damian Wayne, but I like Tim Drake.
I like Damian Wayne to an extent because he's just basically the clone child that was meant to be like the next Batman in the future. Bruce
that
Wayne
about?
could only live for so long.
Yeah.
But
Bro, I mean, he lived long enough in Batman Beyond.
touche.
Yeah.
But basically each one has their own abilities. I just love how Jason Todd just has his guns just straight up. He does not care.
He just-
Yeah.
He will run a fade for anybody.
I just realized my phone's about to die.
Then
I should charge it, but the charger's all the way over there.
oh no.
I'm too lazy.
I have a USB.
The USB-C?
Shit, no.
Oof, we tried.
Let's see. Then you have
Yeet. No, I'm
then
just
you have Robin with his abilities. I think he can go invisible.
I think
but
I
may
do
be
have
wrong.
USB-C.
Well, just plug it into the wall for me over there.
Yeah.
We'll talk about today's not sponsor.
Which ones? Raid, Shadow Legends,
Yo, like,
Age of Empire.
what was that one that's going around now? The one that's not Viagra?
What?
Yo, there's because I remember seeing it through Inside Gaming and in a couple other gaming channels on YouTube. It was like a chewable Viagra, apparently.
What in the tarnation are you on about? I'm interested.
I forgot the name of it. Like, a couple friends on my Discord were joking about that one. Chat, if you know the name of the chewable Viagra, let us know.
Is it Blue Chew?
Blue Chew, yeah, that's the name of it. Yeah, that's what it was called.
I didn't know anything about this. Oh my god.
So yeah, like,
Is this like the new G Fuel, but for like bedtime?
listen, it's gamer time. You know, it's like you want to just, I don't know where I'm going with this joke.
Where are you going?
Listen, what if like the owner just like, what if like Eddie came in right now and he was like,
Don't worry. Don't you worry.
He's gonna listen to this.
he's like, what are you doing at my Christian arcade? My Christian Minecraft server.
Don't smoke weed.
Actually, I'm more concerned what I'm going to hear from my mom when she's apparently watching this.
See, I know my mom wouldn't watch this until I tell her to, so don't. I'm not worried.
She's probably watching this live, or she's probably just tuned in, just making coffee, and she's like, Facebook, whatever. And she calls and is like, I heard you were talking shit. Chocolate. All right, go on.
All right, Tony Hawk Pro Skater Remastered demo controversy.
What's the demo? Wait, controversy? What's going on?
Well, there was a controversy that was going around for the Tony Hawk remake that was coming out, and if you pre-ordered the game, you get to play a demo. A lot of people got pissed off and angry, saying that it's people can understand if it's a beta to pre-order for the beta, cool, but it's a demo.
That doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense.
Well, those companies have done pre-orders like that before in the past.
Yeah, it's just.
And then you have 76 that the beta was just the full game
Yeah, pretty
2 weeks before the game comes out.
Yeah, because we're all thinking that, they're just releasing bits so that way they can stress test the service and then try to fix everything before the game releases.
Like, nope, you're just trying out the game.
But since people have been doing that for years, people are now getting to the point where I think this is not a beta. I think this is just a demo, and then, bam, here's the game.
Yeah.
And we'll do some minor fixes and whatnot, because not everybody knows that, oh, hey, there's a beta that's out. When the game releases, you're going to have a huge influx of people that's going to come out and play the game rather than in a beta.
Right.
Because usually betas are within a restricted amount of time. The full game, there is no time restriction.
I've only done like 3 or 4 betas.
I think I did the Halo Reach beta. I did the Gears
Nice.
3 beta, I believe.
Oh, I did too.
That was fun.
That was.
Do you ever feel like sometimes for some betas they're more fun than the actual game?
Yes.
Yeah.
For me, it was Reach was that for me. Technically, well, I'm no longer under NDA for this. I was in the beta test for Halo 2 PC.
Nice.
So for the Halo Insider, well, like the Insider program they have for 3 for 3. So I did that and 3 as well. I barely got to do 3 on PC though because work, and it was only like for a week. But it was kind of cool, because when you played MCC in the beginning, you know how it had like portraits and you wouldn't be able to customize your armor.
Oh,
Now you're able to customize it and it gives you a 3D render.
Oh, that's dope.
It's great. It's like, this is what I've been wanting.
Yeah, I've done the drift kart beta, which is basically another Mario Kart, but you actually just focus on drifting.
Yeah, I did the 76 beta and it was just the fucking game. That's all it was.
Freaking worth it.
All right, next topic.
I'm just having like a Vietnam flashback going to 76 in the beginning.
All right, next topic. Can Microsoft Game Pass service win more players from the PlayStation side?
Go on.
To me, I think it can if PlayStation doesn't have a service that can counter that. Because what PlayStation has over the Xbox is the exclusives.
Right.
And Yeah, the exclusives for the most part.
well-
But for the Xbox, they have the Game Pass, which I've heard lots of good things about, and that could be a game changer for Microsoft in the long run. Where it's like, you know what? Hey, we may not have like a lot of exclusives, but you're getting more. You're getting more out of your. You're getting more service than what you're paying for over on the PlayStation side.
Yeah, plus it's a subscription service. So Microsoft, I mean, they know that they could just say like, hey, they could. It's like Netflix. You're gonna watch Netflix maybe one or two things, but you don't. Sometimes you may not cancel it. So it's a constant flow of money. Game Pass, because I use Game Pass constantly. I ended up upgrading to the Ultimate Edition for PC. It includes PC and Xbox One. No, PC and Xbox One with Live with Gold. So I use that, and it's really great. It's like that's how I'm able to play MCC on PC. That's how I played Outer Worlds, which, I played Forza, especially do that. Gears of War. I mean, Gears 5, I played do that. It's pretty much, to me, Game Pass is worth the service. Is there something like that for PSN?
Yeah, which was on PS Now, which is trash because it's completely it's completely streamed, but with Game Pass, you guys can download the game directly and then just play it. Versus on the PlayStation, you just have to have a very strong internet to play any old titles on PlayStation Now.
So it's like Stadia.
In a way, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Then also with Xbox, when you
But I
have
think
gold membership-
PlayStation has changed it up. I have to see what their PlayStation Now service
Yeah,
is.
because Xbox Live, it's like if you don't have it checks if I think you at least have to have an online connection at least.
Yes.
Because it has to verify,
If
or
you
it does.
have gold, you have like gold exclusive games that you can get for free.
Yeah.
And that's
Oh,
how I
games
got-
for gold. That shit's great.
Yes,
There's a lot of
I
games
have a
that
couple
I had in
games.
my backlog just through that.
Freaking Lou, he was playing a game called Coffee Talk, and I ended up getting it, and I haven't played it yet.
I've seen scenes, some cutscenes for that. I mean,
Like-
trailers for that. Looks good.
Like, I kind of want to just become a barista and just talk to people's problems.
Oh, there was actually one game because I was looking through the indie things during Nintendo.
That's how I got For Honor, Dead by Daylight.
That's how I got. Technically, that's how I'm playing Yakuza because it's on Game Pass.
Exactly, that's how I got it too.
Shit.
It's gonna be fun.
That's how I'm technically playing Gears 5.
Oh, okay. So they have changed the PlayStation Now service. PS Now will be allowing gamers to download titles from their service in order to play them offline up to the same level of 4K resolutions and 5.1 surround sound as streamed titles.
Okay, so they're learning from Microsoft.
Yeah. Because there was like, yeah, I don't think this whole streaming thing is gonna cut out because I remember they had some fighting games like Street Fighter 4, Mortal Kombat for PlayStation Now, and I tried it, and my God, I was like, yeah, if this is not downloaded like how Game Pass got theirs, where you just download the game and then you play it rather than streaming it, this is gonna be a problem. This is what's gonna hurt Sony in the long run.
Yeah, because
But now that they changed it, but still, Game Pass is more a better service.
Yeah, but I look back on the specs, and Xbox has that slight advantage still when it comes to certain parts, such as the GPU. Then you have the storage is 1 terabyte.
Yeah, the only thing, like, as someone that's had the Xbox One since the beginning, the only thing I will shit on the Xbox One is the UI. The user interface is
It honestly is trash.
it's like I understand they're trying to go for like the Windows 10 aesthetic or Windows 8 at the time, then Windows 10,
Windows 8.
but it looks it's like
It could be better.
it's like shit's buried like on the Switch or PSN you'll be able to find easily, but on Xbox you have to go through every single fucking menu just to like
Yeah.
find the thing you're looking for, and you may not even find it.
So that's why I just go home Xbox, see all games and content.
Yeah, like unless you have your stuff pinned, I'm sure you can make that a little easier, but other than that,
I don't want to make a file for everything. I'm too lazy.
same.
Man, I did not know it was that complicated.
But then when you go to the Xbox, like all your games, you can see the list of games you own, the ones you can re-download,
Yeah.
which is okay. Then you have like your Game Pass, you can open up and see what you can download as well.
Remember the good old days where you just had to put in the game and it worked?
Yeah,
Always. We
always.
never forget that.
Shit, man,
We don't do that
I feel
anymore.
old.
Yeah, I feel old too.
Me too.
You just put in the game like There's an N64 right here. You just put it in the game, turn it on.
Maybe you have to blow in the cartridge, but otherwise it'll work.
Yes.
Dude, I remember when I was fixing up an N64 and the cartridge didn't work, and I seen it rust, and I'm like, I can't blow into this, and I end up just grabbing a cotton swab with some rubbing alcohol, and I fixed it.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, a lot of people have done that.
That was my first time doing it, and I felt so old.
Bruh.
You know what I found? Not found out recently, but you know that for the N64, like if you just want to play Japanese games, it's just a physical
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
You just gotta cut a little bit on the inside, which is
Yeah, yeah.
And speaking of the N64, I want to know, since you guys are more Nintendo guys.
Don't break it.
Oh, no.
Don't worry. Those things will last longer than the Switch.
It'll last longer than my life.
Fuck it, let me get up. I just want to know something.
What?
Listening?
What is this for?
That's for the 64DD, which never came out over here and it failed in Japan. It was like the disk drive thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, here. For those that could see it on stream. On my
That's
screen.
the poop. That's the pooper.
Like, bro,
I wondered that same thing.
all these years.
Jokes aside, yeah, that would have been for the 64DD. That was just basically an expansion thing, kind of like
I can understand this, but
Yeah, they have like another
That-
extension on extension.
kind of like how like the Famicom had like the disc system, like the little floppy
Yeah.
discs.
Yeah.
And technically, the Super Nintendo, the Super Famicom, well, they had the Teleview,
Yeah, I remember that.
which that was that shit. Like, look at the things they did with that. They got away with that
You
shit.
gotta love the 80s, 90s kind of type of systems.
Yeah, and the fact that that was technically the Teleview specifically. That was like how they broadcasted games like in the '90s. Like you had to pay for an online subscription, and you were able to download games on there. So you were able to play like remasters technically of like Legend of Zelda.
Guys, hold on. Before I show this, we're talking about all these memories and gigs and stuff, but I just found these earlier.
Oh my God! Is it,
those are ancient.
Check it out.
Yeah, I remember these memories. Yeah, remember?
8 millibytes.
Yo,
Yes.
yo, remember? No, because I found. Speaking of memory cards, the other day I found my old GameCube memory cards, and I had like the Animal Crossing one. Yo, remember like 60? What was it like? 64 blocks? Not even when Nintendo just used blocks instead of megabytes.
Yes.
Like, oh my God.
But yeah, I found those earlier, like going through.
Oh
what
yes,
do
my
you-
favorite Pokemon games.
I got black, I got white. What you want?
Oh man, do they still work?
I have no idea.
You should test them out.
I talked about this with Silverback last
Put it in the
month.
PS4, see if it works. You know, it'd be funny though if there was a way you could like transfer the memory out and
my
like put them like on a newer console.
Oh my god.
You could do that with the PS3 because I have the actual adapter where you can put in the PlayStation.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, you can do that on the PS3, but you can't do it on the PS4.
Oh, that sucks.
Which is why
I had to get 2 of
PlayStation.
these. I played so many games, I forgot what
I'm
games
just
I
saying,
played.
PlayStation, Sony, y'all need to have backwards compatibility
Yeah.
because it's
baby.
worth it. Because Xbox has already gotten that.
Speaking of backwards, like stuff that progressed over, there's this one. You know the Pokemon games, right?
Like, look at how old.
Yeah, right. I was gonna ask. You know, like the old. You remember the Pokemon games?
Yes.
Yep.
Which
You-
ones?
Third gen heading forward.
Oh yeah.
Remember how complicated it was, like to transfer Pokemon from generations?
Yes.
Bruh. And you know what's even worse? Because there's one thing I've always wanted to do in a Pokemon game. I've always wanted to do a Ribbon Master run.
You poor soul.
Which you know what I'm talking about, though, right?
Yes.
That's technically.
don't.
Okay, so you were able to get ribbons in the Pokemon games for your Pokemon. Oh shit! It is pouring like a motherfucker out there.
Florida.
Yeah, right. So it is pretty much you things for like doing the Elite Four or doing stupid little things like that, like
chaos.
yeah. So it's 15 years worth of ribbons.
Yeah.
And it's very picky. So if you want to do the run perfectly, you don't even start on the Game Boy games. You have to start with the spin-off games. You have to start with Pokemon. You could either do Coliseum or XD Gale of Darkness, which those games were fun,
They were.
Dude,
I love Gale of Darkness.
dude. Like, I mean, it was great. Also, it was great because that was back in the day. That was a great way to get the Johto Pokemon before like
Yeah.
Fire and Leaf Green. So, and also Jirachi if you had the bonus disc, or if you want to get Ho and Lugia respectively, or the three dogs. But basically, so Coliseum and XD, you have to, there's only 2 ribbons, one for like purifying the shadow Pokemon, and one doing a Literally a battle royale, 100 trainers.
Oh, the chaos.
And no, it's worse when you have to do the contests because, how many games have contests? There's like technically 4 generations worth of games. That's 20 ribbons each.
I know it's 5 generations.
20. So technically, you're getting about 80 ribbons in contests alone. There's the Eve Train one. There's the stupid ones. There's like
Oh, I
the
forgot.
expensive one, the Royal, Gorgeous Royal, and whatever. There's the Batas ribbon, as I like to call it. It's like you just have to have like good friendship with your Pokemon. They call it the footprint ribbon. It's so dumb, but it's like
There's so many ribbons that you can do.
yeah. So I want to.
I never bothered.
I mean, it's like I feel like that's just as much as a challenge as just having a good team in Pokemon, because it's
Fair point.
involving doing different things in the games that people would think to do. And also, it's cool in Sword and Shield. Based on whatever ribbon you have, it gives your Pokemon a title.
Never knew that.
Yeah, I found that out recently when I was looking through Cerebi, when I was looking for a ribbon guide.
I beat the game, but I ended up getting like 315 Pokemon. And I just gave up from there.
And Sword and Shield?
And Shield.
Oh, okay. I played Sword. So
I have both. Because I thought there were going to be like different variations of the game.
I mean, it was kind of interesting how they went with different gym leaders, though.
But what was ridiculous is you can get the same Pokemon in Sword, or even when you pre-ordered.
Yeah.
Because I pre-ordered it and I thought I was going to get some exclusives, but no, I could just breed with a Ditto. I sound like
Listen,
idiot
remember
right
back?
now.
It could be worse. Remember the fact that you can breed a Skitty with a Wailord?
Yes.
Because they're technically in the same egg group, so you'll get an egg.
I sound like media nut right now.
Yeah.
It's like, does that mean the Wailord is like, I think the Skitty has good game, or what does that mean?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I skits you not.
Holy shit.
All right, next topic. Black Myth Wukong impressions.
I don't know who that is.
Well, it's a Chinese game.
Sun Wukong is like.
Okay,
a
how do I
monkey
do
god.
this without sounding racist? That's the question.
No, but it's a game based off of Chinese
mythology.
mythology.
It's kind of like Smite.
It
No.
focuses
But it's
directly-
like an
it
action
focuses
adventure.
directly.
Okay.
Action adventure, Chinese mythology game. Like your typical hack and slash game.
It's kind of like the Bayo and like Devil May Cry.
Yeah.
Okay. I need to listen to the character for reference.
Hold on, let me
As
see
long
if
as I don't do like the. Oh,
let me pull out the trailer.
Listen, I just don't want to be offensive.
Nah. Okay, official trailer. It's 13 minutes.
Make
There's-
sure you mute it so we don't get VOD striked.
Oh yeah.
So,
What the game is really about.
AJ, you're looking for any new games coming out or not?
I just started playing Carry On at the moment.
Carry On My Wayward Soul.
No.
Oh, Carry On My Wayward Son.
No. There's this game called Carry On. Basically, it's a reverse horror game.
Real? How? How does that work?
Well, not to sound like a pervert, but you play as a tentacle monster.
Oh, just like one of my Japanese animes. Listen, Otacon said that, not me. Oh, Metal Gear is probably one I should probably play on PS4, right?
Yes.
Yeah, basically it's a reverse horror game where you're just going through the maps, trying to open up holes, try to escape, but you have to eat people to get out of the way.
You don't look at it too, my dude.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm trying to hear it so that it doesn't pick up on the mic.
Okay. You can just push the mic away.
Yeah.
A for effort.
Listen, I'm good at video game.
Yeah, there's no monkeying around.
I'm thinking like Sun Wukong from like Ruby for some reason.
Ow.
Like when I saw that trailer, I was like, okay, let me see what game this is, and I was like, oh.
It looks
Oh. And I think it's being developed by 10 guys.
Oh my gosh.
good. You guys?
Like 10 guys made that.
Oh, I thought that was like a studio name? Like, what?
No. Like 10 developers actually made that game. I was like, whoa. And it's not even 100% finished.
For what it is, it looks good.
Yeah.
The graphics look nice too.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it right now.
The gameplay is like, I'm like,
That's a B.
yo, when can I play this game? And
you-
if it's next year, okay, fine.
Okay. I mean, you can't rush art.
Yeah, you can't.
Unless you're a AAA developer.
Yep. And then we'll just patch it later.
The Mass Effect rotation.
Or the Anthem effect.
Or the Fallout 76 effect.
I don't want. I guess I'm thinking about.
I'm like shitting on like Fallout. You know, I've gotten shit from Bethesda in the past.
Oh my goodness.
This looks interesting,
But yeah, I can't wait for just next gen games and just.
especially single players. Like,
Yeah.
those are gonna be really
Cyberpunk was
crisp.
fun. This looks like it's gonna be fun.
Oh yeah, that. I do want to get on a PS4, but I know that they delayed it, a couple of times because.
which is fine.
Which is fine, you want to polish the game, but it's like, it's very coincidental that it's around the time where the new consoles are going to be released. But there's going to be a free upgrade to it. So I'm like, good.
Yeah, Cyberpunk's doing the same thing. Well, they talked about it last year.
Yeah.
Like, free upgrade to the next gen. Awesome. Unlike,
What was that one game that they said
Grand Theft
you only
Auto.
get the free upgrade if you pay for the Ultimate Edition?
who did that?
Because there was a publisher that said that we can only do it for the Deluxe Edition.
That's stupid.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
stupid.
It's technically the same game, so we're paying just to upgrade. It's like you might as well just buy the game new.
Yeah. I don't know why game developers doing that.
Yeah,
Trying to
Cyberpunk
milk-
looks good. It's like a hack and slash or a beat 'em up, but it looks reasonably well with a story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And since we have God of War for Greek mythology, and now they're also getting into Norse mythology,
With Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Valhalla is getting going into Norse mythology.
And then bring it back to Hidden Blade.
Ah, sweet Jesus.
Hidden Blade.
For Assassin's Creed.
Oh, okay.
Bro, the one, nice. I was thinking like,
I love showing this off.
like if I ever got, I was trying to think if I ever do because I want to get some tattoos down the line. If I ever do one, I would do the Black Flag one because that's because
I got this after part 3. Like,
nice.
or actually, no. I got this because of part 3. There was a quote that inspired me heavily.
What was it?
Let me go back to my Instagram because like I forgot. I remember the name and I can't pronounce it for my life, but I don't remember the quote, which kind of depresses me.
But I will say that games that are exploring different mythologies, like I like Norse, I like Greek, I like Greek, Chinese mythology. I don't know nothing about. Like I like games that explores like
tiny.
different mythologies
Yeah.
of different universes because that immerses you into it, and it's like okay. Oh.
We lost power. Whoa!
And is it out?
We didn't do it, Eddie.
All we do is win, no matter
Yeah,
what.
stream disconnect. Yeah, stream has disconnected, but we're still recording. So
Oh my
I'll just have to
Lord.
delete the stream and then just add.
put like technical difficulties.
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, I apologize that the power just went out.
I kind of want to check outside how. I'm gonna go outside. I'm gonna go check outside and see how bad it is.
Yeah.
Wait, will the mic pick me? Will you think the mic will pick me up on there or no?
Probably.
No.
Amp up my. Put my shit up. I'm gonna be right back.
Steven.
If I scream, will it hear me?
Maybe.
Okay, let's test that out.
Yeah. Yeah, guys. Like the stream disconnected completely, so everyone lost us, but we're still live because it's raining outside.
it is raining like a motherfucker. Jesus. I gotta take the train back to Miami, so god damn it.
I'll give you a ride. I'll be nice. What was I going to say? The quote I found was, "The symbol that you sought and found, it is a mark of courage and honor. Yes, but it promises pain and loss as well."
Sounds like my life.
All right, let's just hit our last topic, then the Q&A, and then we'll just have to end the stream here.
Yeah, because you said we have to be done at 10:30, 11:30, right?
Yeah.
11:20, so that's probably the top signal to get out.
But yeah, that was it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Prince of Persia remake has been spotted. What are y'all thoughts on that?
Well, technically, touching up on Assassin's Creed, isn't that what Because they couldn't, Ubisoft couldn't keep the license for Prince of Persia. That's why they did Assassin's Creed, or something akin to that.
I'm trying to remember that.
Don't know. That's the first I'm hearing it.
I don't remember, man. I remember that from like a Did You Know Gaming video. I'm trying to remember.
Honestly, it did better. It blew up better than Prince of Persia. Personal opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think Prince of Persia was going on a decline, but
Then
if
they made
they're
a movie.
if they're gonna try to bring it back, then maybe they're gonna go in a new direction. Because the last one that I played, that was on the PlayStation 3, it was good. It was visually good looking, but just the story and the fact that the main character can't die is like it really killed the fun out of not Assassin's Creed, but Prince of Persia. Because the other ones, you can die, but this,
Sands of Time was my original Prince of Persia game.
oh yeah, Sands of Time was beautiful. Loved it.
Yeah, what's on next on the tapping?
And Q&A from followers.
Oh, goody.
This is gonna be interesting.
This will be. I'll start with last week's or last episode's.
Okay.
If Signal will not let me down.
It's connected to Wi-Fi. Wait, am I levels up or I need
If
to
phone
closer?
signal.
No. We're good. Like we're good. So.
All right.
You know, I'll just go to the current ones and we'll come back to it.
Yeah, it works.
All right, let's start this.
Oh boy, who's?
So we got one from Cray Kitty 14.
Oh, Jackie. Okay.
For all of us, what was your hardest cosplay?
My Nuka Raider probably.
Mine's was. Wow, I'm actually drawing a brain fart, even though I haven't done it many. It would have to be the one, my very first JoJo one. The one I forgot his name.
Abdul?
Yes.
I remember you saying
Muhammad Abdul.
Yeah.
Magician's Red.
Mr. Abdul, please.
Yeah, that was my hardest one.
Yo, remember when Abdul died
And I'm in.
twice?
Yeah, and I wasn't too. I mean, I pulled it off, but I wasn't too proud of it. I felt like I could have done better.
Speaking of JoJo cosplays, it kind of sucks. It's like I was gonna say, when I always see everyone do JoJo cosplays, you don't see a lot of part one.
Yeah.
So I went to like a JoJo thing at Tropical Park a couple months back. That was
I remember seeing something about that.
yeah, it was being done with in collaboration, I believe, with Otaku Fest. And it's like everyone's doing part 2, part 3, part 4, part 5, and then there's like one part 8 and like one part 6.
That's so sad.
Which I think Jackie, the one that answered that question, she did Jolene.
Oh yeah, she pulls it off really well.
Yeah, and then I was the only one that's part 1. Like no one gives a shit about like English.
Speedwagon's the real one.
Yeah, no one gives a shit about English Fist of the North Star.
I know, because all my friends are like, stands are better than Hama, and I'm like, you better take that back.
Yeah.
What's the next question?
Reddick's cosplay, he made a few of them.
Really? Oh.
Steven, what's your waifu?
Pamela Henderson. No, just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
Holy crap.
Honestly, that's a good question because I have looked at a lot of pictures.
I have a few, and I know that feeling well enough.
I don't know. Cortana. No, I'm just kidding. Not Cortana. I don't know, man. There's too many waifus nowadays, man.
Mines change every year.
I just don't. I don't want to be horny anymore. I just want to be happy.
Is that a meme too?
Yeah, that is like silence wench. I don't wish to be horny. I want to be happy.
Yeah, it makes you feel better. My buddy Paul, his is the nurse from Dead by Daylight.
Bruh.
Basically, just a dead corpse with a bag over her head.
I mean,
My goodness.
whatever helps you out.
Yeah.
Holy smokes! So
There's a
good.
joke I want to make about that that will get us banned on Twitch.
David, no, not yet. Let's see. Number 1 from Reddick's cosplay.
Oh, goody. What is he?
You like jazz?
I like jazz.
Me too. Ink spots, Frank.
Yo, can we talk about how that movie just... Oh, God, I don't even know if I can make that joke.
I'm laughing at the next question.
Okay, go
Okay.
on.
Reddick's again. Who would win in a death battle and why? Paul Blart, Danny DeVito, or Kevin from Up?
Paul Blart from Mall... So Paul Blart, Mall Cop.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who's the other one?
No, it's Danny Dorito.
Danny DeVito.
Or I think he meant to say Danny DeVito.
But which... It depends. What version of Danny DeVito? Which
I don't know.
Yo, speaking of Danny DeVito, I got some You ever going back to like the Shrek thing when you find out the
Oh my
character's
God.
not the video game version is not voiced by that character? I found out that Phil from Hercules, because Danny DeVito voices him in the movie.
Yes.
I realized last night that he doesn't voice him in the game. I'm like, what?
You know, I didn't think about this until now.
I guess because they don't have enough money to pay him.
Yeah, I just thought I was listening to trash, but it was not trash. It was just
Trash.
trash. Yes.
And then Kevin from Up.
Kevin, which one's the fat kid, right?
Yes, I know
King
he's probably.
Jong-un?
We're trying to get Korean listeners too.
Listen, I don't know, man. You know what? Well, it depends. What version of Danny DeVito? I think that will play a factor.
Let's go with It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
There's a lot of
Trash Man.
Trash Man. I think Trash Man will kick the kid's ass.
Yeah, and I think Paul Blart's just gonna take tequila with Danny DeVito because he's short.
Yes, he's gonna run him over with his fucking Segway.
I was thinking the same. This is what.
Speaking of, let's segue on to the next question.
Next question. Steven told me to ask meme.
What?
I guess I was supposed to do these in order, and it was the wrong order. When
Good job.
Yeah, I've had my buddy TS Cosplay asks. He's like, I got one, bud. What's your ideal convention?
Not Gamer Comic Expo.
Never a Game of
Yeah, never Game
Okay,
of Comic.
realistically, I think it's a convention, an ideal convention. Kind of like, remember SuperCon back in the day?
Yes.
Or like, no, Otaku Fest or like Paradise City.
Yeah.
Or Animate, or I don't know if you were in the con scene before this, but Miami Hurricane.
No, I've never heard of those.
Basically, Hurricane was, it was done at UM. Hence the hurricane, Hurricane. It was a free convention.
Oh, I heard the name. I heard that name.
Yeah, it was a really fun free convention. SuperCon helped them out for a while, but I think the thing was like all these kids were graduating, all those college kids graduating,
Yeah.
and I think it ultimately just dropped. I don't remember the exact details, but that was a very chill con. It was really fun. Anime, like Paradise City or Magic City, what it was called. Those were actually really fun. They were really chill cons. It's not like MegaCon or like what SuperCon's become, where it's more like you're going there for the guests, you're going there to spend money.
It's more of a company thing.
Right.
It's become more
Franchise.
Commercial.
More franchise-ish.
Yeah, like granted, I understand. They got a big show, they got to hustle. I understand that.
Yeah.
But sometimes that's what I like to tell people at con. When they always ask me what conventions to go to, they always think, "Oh, you should go to San Diego Comic-Con." Well, you do. Well, you can do that.
But
Sometimes the smaller shows can be just as fun as the big ones.
I heavily
Yep.
agree with that.
EY is definitely the perfect example of a show like that. It's a hotel con, but bro,
There's non-stop things to do.
it's
Yeah.
the most lit fucking con ever you can go to.
Yep.
That's true. I went to Otaku Fest.
Like I shaved my head at Anime EY.
I remember this.
I saw the picture.
Yeah, and that was for a good cause.
Wait, what was the con that happened where you just got your chest hair ripped?
That was UltraCon.
That was
last
still,
year's UltraCon.
That was still the funniest meme.
Yeah,
That someone just covered a Yoshi Island theme.
yeah. That was Nick actually did that.
I know he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine would be Otaku Fest.
Otaku Fest is really fun.
That was a lot
Like
of fun.
it made me feel very nostalgic.
Yeah, there was a lot. I actually went to panels for the first time I was interested in.
How many years have you been going to cons now?
Since 2016.
So you're
For
like
me, it's
40.
2017.
I've been going to cons since 2009.
Oh my
Whoa.
gosh. Props.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
I've been going to cons since 2009, which is SuperCon 09. This was before the Mac got remodeled.
Oh.
So, it was even smaller. Like the game room was probably maybe the length of like width-wise, it was probably about 3 tables, and it was like in a glass room, those glass slide doors. That shit,
Oh.
it was hot. It was hot in there,
I can imagine.
dude. That shit, like it was like the BO room. Like you want to get like your Febreze can zip tie, and like, dude, those were the days.
I remember
man.
it was like a TikTok of someone just doing like just grabbing a stick of deodorant and just everyone lift their arm.
Yeah, Smash tournaments, right? Yo, apparently they banned that in Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments now. You actually have to shower.
Wait, what?
So apparently,
That was a thing?
yeah, because apparently, okay. Have you ever heard of this card shop called The Rock?
No.
It was
But
this,
I'm listening.
okay. It was this shop that was in Miami. That shit reeks like fucking BO.
Oh god.
And it was like Yu-Gi-Oh and Magic players, like that's a shit on those people. But there's a lot, you gotta admit, there's a lot of those people that don't shower.
There was one dude. There was a meme where one dude literally was just like going like squatting with a prayer stance.
Yo, I saw that.
Yeah, I saw that too.
I'm like, that's a hero right there.
Yeah, so apparently that's a strategy. So the smell is supposed to be distracting.
Seriously?
Yeah, and they actually had to step up. I believe they had to make
That's
it.
just.
They had to make a ruling
What?
like you have to take a shower. You cannot smell like BO. Like, you cannot smell like ass.
Oh,
That
God.
had to be a rule.
Bruh.
Bro.
I'm glad I just showered before events.
Oh, man.
Mom, thank you for teaching me hygiene.
Yeah, thank God I didn't become a Smash player.
Holy smokes.
Yeah.
All right, this last question is from S15 Costuming.
Who's that guy? He
I
sounds
don't
like a
know.
loser.
Scumbag. Anyways.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
All right, I'm going to say this exactly how he says it, so Mom don't get mad at me.
Okay.
Do you ever take a shit so big that you have to grab onto something for support and pray you
What
won't die?
in the hell?
I know you're
Okay, so here's the context of what happened. I was on, I had gotten home. No, this was like at 1 or 2 in the morning.
Oh,
I was
God.
up when you posted it.
So it's like you never had to take a shit that was like you had to like take off your clothes and you're just like there on the toilet and it's like plankton and it's like it's like plankton in that one episode of SpongeBob was like that happens when I enter extreme overdrive or some shit like that.
Maximum overdrive.
Maximum overdrive. Or it was this one picture. I don't know if this one kid that I gotta find it. It's this kid that's like he's on a training potty, but they have him like belted on, like he's essentially tied to the shitter. It's like that. Like you're just like
What has this episode
All
become?
right, I'm gonna be real with you, Steven. That has happened to me yesterday.
Oh, God.
I went to a new Mexican place called Mole, and I had something called a grande burrito, which was $16, and it was like yay big, and I managed to eat it all within 30 minutes.
oh god. Speaking
Oh,
of,
and
Lord.
I
that happened to me like a couple UltraCons ago. That I went to Chipotle for the first time. Yo, that shit. I was like, it almost felt like that one episode of South Park where Randy was taking that big shit.
in a Chipotle way.
It's just like he's like a throne. Then he was like, oh.
Mom, forgive me for it.
Oh,
I
God.
do have a couple.
Listen, I like my
questions
potty humor, you know.
I do have a couple questions from the last podcast, but I'm just gonna say 2 of them.
All right.
One was from Tati Culture asking, do we plan to do a con in the future, like a con panel? with
Yes.
us? We definitely still have that in stock.
I mean, whenever cons come back.
Yeah, whenever
In a
whenever
safe
that comes
manner.
back in a safe manner, yeah. To the point where it's just how we would normally go to, then yeah, definitely.
Yeah, con crushing and stressing. Finishing your costume the night before the con.
Yeah.
Yep.
Torture.
I'm glad I have a 3D printer now.
Fuck you. I may have to hit you up for a commission though, for if you get 3D print something for me.
Sure. I just got to figure out how to like set up sculpt and do anything else, but I got you.
All right.
Then that one photography we asked the other week, what experience have we gained from starting the podcast?
This is not a question for me. I'm gonna go over there. You guys answer
Grab a
this.
donut. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Steven!
Oh God, really?
World Star!
I would say what have I learned is that when you have conversations with people and it's just, face to face, in person, whatnot, there's a lot more that you can learn from another person. There's a different perspective versus you talking to them online versus offline. For me, I've always, like, the theme of the podcast is to have face-to-face conversations because you truly get to see, people be, comfortable talking about things that they're comfortable with. And overall, like, even when you're done, when we leave and we go our separate ways, you end up having a really good day about it. Like, man, I had a really good conversation. I really enjoyed
I
myself.
literally won't shut up about it until we have another podcast.
Yeah. Like,
I get to be with my buddy.
Yeah.
Silverback, and then I'm like, we get to meet new people. We have some stories to tell, some nostalgia trips, and some comedic moments, Steven. Yeah.
yeah, and then when it comes to, looking forward to the next one and then having our next guest, there's this level of build up and excitement. It's like I can't wait to get into our next episode because we don't know where it's gonna go. We don't know how it's going to be, but all we know is we're gonna have a really good time. We're gonna enjoy ourselves and be around good company. So
I mean, to be
that's
fair, you didn't expect today, right?
How was that trip,
No.
Steven?
I think out of all the guests that we've had,
This is probably the most interesting.
like you've literally like set the bar like really, really high right now.
Media Nut was the first.
Media Nut was the first to set that bar,
And then you just.
and now you just.
Listen, I need to make an example, so when I come back, I gotta go even harder. Well, I will say,
I mean,
based on my experience with podcasts, because I've done other podcasts like this, but doing it in person definitely is a lot more fun.
It is.
yeah.
Like I could just pull off half the shit I've been doing to entertain the chat. Which chat? How are you doing, by the way? You guys enjoying the show? You guys enjoying my suffering?
Well, some of them are coming back now that the stream is back on, but you guys missed out a huge chunk of the portion. So I'm just gonna have to upload the entire thing so that way you guys can see everything
Yeah.
that you guys miss out on when the power cut off. Like there is a portion of the podcast that
You don't have the encoder thing on?
yeah, it's also recording as well.
No, I'm saying when you're on Twitch, they have the thing you would enable encoder, so it's like a quick disconnect. So it gives you like a 3-minute grace period, so you can try to reconnect right away.
Yeah, I have that.
Okay.
And if I don't, then all right, as I told the people in the chat, it's just gonna get uploaded so that way you
it'll
guys
be
can see the
playback.
whole thing. So that way, hey, there's a playback. And then of course, if you're an audio only listener, then hey, you get to listen to the entire thing.
Imagine explain all the shit that happened without any context.
Oh,
And I'm here just saying all I do is win like a small chunk of it. All the hands go up, then we stay there.
but yeah, man, like it's like each episode gets better and better as Halvin in the chat has said, like it just keeps getting better. And I do want to say that since Waluigi does know about this as well, that we do plan on having a 8-man podcast, meaning there will be 8 of us.
Yes.
Mononi?
Yeah, 8 of us. So myself, Waluigi, and 6 other people, and Steven, you're one of them.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm honored. Thank you so much. I would shake your hand, but current world events.
Yeah.
Kill me already.
So it'll be returning, and like even for me, I'm like even me and Waluigi, we have talked about it. Like
Oh yeah.
this 8-man is gonna be the biggest thing that we're gonna pull out this. We're gonna pull this year, but
when are you gonna do this?
it's gonna be on a Sunday, but it's gonna be in November.
Is it gonna be what, the first week or second week?
I think the 3rd week.
Perfect. That's fine with me.
Sweet.
Isn't that Thanksgiving week?
Yeah, and we may have to start it a little bit early, so instead of 9:30, it may just start at 9.
Bro, I have to take the train at 5 in the morning.
So help me
I
out.
hope one of your other guests are driving in from Miami, though.
Yeah, so once we like as as time, builds up, we're going to start letting people know, and then of course, I say, you know what, if I have to wake up a little bit early to go get people from like you down from Miami and bring them up over here, that I'll do.
I would as
It'll be a
well.
fun road trip.
Oh yeah, it'll make for great content.
Can I pitch an idea?
We're listening.
Because we're gonna have 8 people. Why don't we have like a card game we could play, like Uno?
Well, that's the thing. We can't have it go too long because the arcade opens up at 12. So
Right. Because I have giant Uno.
giant Uno, like them really big Uno cards.
Yeah. The
Oh,
pack is
throw
like
one
a.
of those like a shuriken at you if you get a plus 4.
Bro, you don't understand. Like the box is like the size of a ream of paper, printer paper.
Put your own hands if you throw like if everyone.
I found it for like $5 in the garage sale, so it was a really great find.
But anyway, guys, like I enjoy doing this. I thank Waluigi for being my co-host. Like he was the first guy that I thought of. I was like, if there's anyone that I want as my co-host, it was him.
And I was like, when I started this, I'm like, I want to do this.
And then when it came to guests, like I had idea like throughout going to conventions and even come here to Flynn's, I encountered so many different people, and it was like everyone has a different story, and I would like to bring them on and have them share their story with us, so that way people can know that hey, this is a gaming podcast. And there's lots of gamers here in South Florida that I would like to just sit down, have a conversation, talk about video games, and just, overall have a good time. And Steven, you were one of them on that list. I was like,
Yeah, I figured.
I know if we get Steven on, it is going to be an awesome show.
Listen, it's my cosplay description: cosplayer, prop maker, gamer, workaholic. Listen, us gamers, we need to rise up, right?
Exactly.
That is true.
We have to live in this society somehow, one way or another.
Yep.
Oh, I wonder who that could be.
That's Will.
We got a Konami coded.
Yeah, so we.
Hello.
Oh, hi.
Morning. Or
All right, so one of the co-owners of the arcade is here, so that means it's time for us to go ahead and wrap
Also,
up this
happy
show.
belated birthday.
Yeah, happy belated
Happy
birthday,
birthday
Will. To you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Will. Happy birthday to you.
Yay!
We had to.
Yeah, we had to do that. Anyway, guys, with that being said, this is episode 11 of the South Florida Gamers podcast. Do you guys have any closing words before we close out?
Can I plug some things?
Yes, you can plug in.
Plug one thing at least.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so I would say follow me on the social medias, which apparently I guess it's on the screen.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, so it's Twitter, Instagram, Facebook.
Yep.
Mainly Twitter. Do Instagram mainly because that's where I'm active most. I also do a lot of fundraising for Nicholas Children's Hospital via Extra Life, which is a fundraising thing that Children's Miracle Network, Children's Miracle Network Hospital does to raise money for local children's hospitals around the U.S. and Canada. So on one of my recent streams, I actually did a collaborative project with Uneven Pictures and Am2UZ, two other cosplay streamers. We just played Uno, and we managed to raise $265 during that stream.
Congrats,
So,
man.
We're trying to see, if you're looking to if you're a streamer or a gamer and you want to do some good, I'd recommend checking out Extra Life. And you get some fun rewards along the way as incentives, and you do it for a great cause. Help prove that gaming isn't all violence.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to. I could have given a better description. I'm just running on 2 hours of sleep. You're gonna have to forgive me.
I believe in you. You're doing great.
Thanks.
You got this, bud.
And Waluigi, any closing words?
Steven, thank you for being here.
I'm happy to be here.
Glad to meet you, 2018. Glad to see your energy. It was such awesome for you actually being here.
Thank you. I'm glad I was the chaotic good for this panel.
Yeah,
Or
like-
chaotic good or chaotic evil.
Like, you're one of my favorite Florida cosplayers. That I've always,
I'm
like,
okay.
got
I mean,
interested.
I'm honored that you think I'm good.
Yes.
I don't know. That's just me being humble, but I don't know. As long as you like my work, I'm glad that makes you happy.
Yeah. Your work, your energy. You're definitely a great guy. Can't wait to have you again for the 8-Man podcast.
Oh, yeah,
Whenever you
definitely.
want me back, just bring me in.
Just don't trip.
I'll bring my ass over from Miami if I need to.
Just don't trip, please.
Yeah.
How many times have I tripped on this podcast? Okay. Once is all we need.
Yep. All right, y'all. And with that being said, I'd like to thank you guys for watching and tuning in. The video playback of the podcast will be available on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. I will upload the whole thing since the power went out. Yeah, well, the power went out while I was in the podcast. Twice. So you guys will definitely get the upload of that. And if you're an audio-only listener, the podcast will be available on SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Podcasts, Anchor, and Spotify. And this is episode 11 of the South.
All right.
Yeah, this is episode 11 of the South Florida Gamers podcast, and we will catch you guys on the next one.
Peace out, y'all.
Bye, guys. Stay safe out there.